All right. Smash your mouth.
Smash your mouth, that's right. Hey, guys, how is everyone doing?
I think they're doing right.
How are you doing?
How many people we got in here?
52 right now, 52. And we have Lord Jabba the Cuck screaming for blood. He wants blood.
Whose blood?
No, I don't know. I think he's pretty indiscriminate with that. But before we get into that, because I'm going to be a little bit sappy, I'm just going to say...
Hang on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with my icon?
It's the same.
I've been censored.
No.
I've been censored, man.
No, you haven't. How so? It looks exactly the same.
No, they've taken it off.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Is anyone else in the chat seeing?
If you have a look in YouTube of the broadcast, it's been censored.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
Okay, I'll go have a quick look. Hold on. It's just a clam. It's a magic talking clam. How can they censor your... Let me have a look. Holy cow, it is. You're censored there.
All right, I'm going to leave and come back, and maybe it's a glitch.
Yeah, maybe. YouTube surely isn't that totalitarian that they would hate mussels and clams. Innocent seafaring creatures. Never hurt anyone. They just filter shit. They make pearls. Right? So how's everyone been in the chat? How's everyone been doing? It's a mussel. It is a mussel. It's gone. No clam. No mussel. Mussel is down. Broken image. Wow. Sorry, guys. So, I suppose then I'll just get on with what I was going to do while... no, he's back. Do we see it?
I'm on a little bit of a delay.
Nope. Still censored.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Well, you guys saw it here first. YouTube is tyranny. We're in our 7th show, and they thought, oh gosh, these guys are going to destroy Comicsgate, and they're going to show suggestive imagery. What are we going to do? We got to shut these guys down. But before it goes any further, and I know this is sap, you can give me shit about it after I'm done. But let me get in. I would just like to say to Odie that you are now 20 years old, and I appreciate you, and I respect you and the work that you've done. In addition to the gift that I already spoke to you about yesterday, I will not only be providing you with that, but I will be providing you with a full expenses paid date of your description with the young lady that you're seeing. All covered, all of it, as fancy as you want. You can take her out to the best restaurant that they've got in Greece. All of it will be paid. That's my gift to you, brother, for 2 years of die-hard work on this book. In addition to everything else, I have mad respect for you as an artist and as a friend, and I just wanted to say thank you. And don't worry, I know that you're worried about me being a fat ass. I'm not going to eat this cake. This ice cream cake is going to go to the kids that live across the street tomorrow morning. So they'll have that. I just wanted to say thank you, brother. Thank you for all your work. Okay, do you want to just take over this for a bit, Oz?
Oh look, you're all choked up. You poor thing.
No, I've got to blow out candles and put this back in the freezer.
Just kidding.
I'll be right back, guys. I won't be a minute.
Clam chowder, not chowder. Yeah. Did you see that? I've fooled YouTube's algorithm with a background change. That's how you can't stop the talking clam. It's not possible. How's everyone in the chat today? Candles and woo flu.
That's right.
My clam's back, man. I was just telling the chat. I swapped avatars and I tricked their algorithm.
We weaved and dodged around,
Yeah,
and now we're back to uncensored.
Yeah.
Again.
So We're the show that everyone is scared of. We're the
Mhm.
only place to be, the only place in town to watch truth uncovered before your very
Mhm.
eyes.
It's pretty crazy when you think about it. You know, they're really going to some extra efforts to keep us quiet.
Yeah. People are not very happy about our show, and no one wants to come on.
No.
Mm.
There's questions that people have been asking, important questions, you know, and no one's willing to answer them.
Well, they're not really that hard, these questions, are they? They seem to be very basic questions.
They're pretty simple things, I would think. That I think would actually be very productive for people to answer and just speak about honestly. I think that their fear of other people's reactions is exasperating the reactions of those people. Whereas if they were just honest and straightforward, they'd find that maybe people weren't quite as upset as they think they would be, or as they are right now.
Haha, I found it.
Thank you.
All right, I just got to
Altamat
share this
Films.
tweet with you.
Yep, that's short. Altamat Films wants to know, what are the questions?
Oh, okay. What are the questions? Hang on, we've got to do this first before we get into the questions.
Sure.
How the fuck do I share this with you? I don't even know how to fucking send a tweet to you. That's how lame it is.
No, I'm not allowed to, because uncommon sense says that if I do, I could die. So I can't do that. And
Are you talking about your
yeah,
failure
yeah,
today?
yeah. Now, also, I saw someone in the chat saying, "Hey, run your shows longer. It's more promotion for Xenotype and stuff." I want you guys to know that this is not a promotional stream for Xenotype. If you want to learn more about Xenotype, you should check out my Life with Liam streams that happened earlier, or rewatch them. You know, those are the shows that are sort of my chill streams. I hang out with other creators, other fans, and we talk about Xenotype and other projects. This is a community service, and I do not believe in using it as a platform to advocate for myself. So sorry to those who are looking to know more about that. I have to refer you elsewhere. But thank you for your question.
Buy Xenotype. Buy Xenotype. Buy Xenotype.
When am I going to do a retro anime review of Bio Booster Armor Guyver? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that if I put 30 seconds of Bio Booster Armor Guyver on Twitter onto YouTube, I would be copyright struck into oblivion.
Yeah.
The only things I can really watch on retro anime reviews are these really basically lost media, old VHS stuff that basically no one knows about, right? That's how you do it. Stuff that like even the anime companies have forgot exists. But so sorry about that.
Yeah, so that video is in your chat, in your tweet.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you were
Tweeter.
in my Twitter. Alrighty. Oh, good. Here we go. That's
Liam
I
was
actually
too
had
drunk to set this up before.
I was not drunk. I was busy.
Inebriated.
I was busy. I was occupied with things. So let's see, where do we go? And if anyone wants to know more about that, check my stream from earlier today. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Here we go, from the one and only Mr. Yonafoy, and then we get right into it. Oh wait, did I share the audio? I bet I didn't share the fucking audio. Let's try again. Sorry, guys. We're going to close the stream now. We're at the point. This is a topic that if you have something to say at this point, express yourselves. No one will be browbeaten. All I ask is a little consideration.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
It's great. It really
always
is.
funny. That is so
It's
good.
fantastic. I've got to get it. Apparently, there's some way you can add like videos in here and just have them play. And one day I'll figure out how to do that, and then we won't have this problem.
Yeah. It's kind of like the beginning of Malin's streams and Cecil's streams and Caesar's streams. Yeah,
For sure. We'll
So,
figure it out. We'll
should just
figure
be
it
able
out.
to press a play button and have that going.
Should we have a talk? There are certain people that think that we should not have a talk, that don't think we should ask questions. That seems to be the theme of this week. So, Ozart, what are we going to do today? Are we going to... I attempted to call Mitch Breitweiser so that he could be here to answer questions that have been lined up and for the chat. But when I tried calling Allegiance Arts Studio, which I'm just going to bring up here, share screen. Each of these methods of contact had failed me so far, and when I called this number, I rang it twice and it was disconnected. So I couldn't even call him up and ask if he would be willing to appear on the show. I tried messaging him on Facebook, Twitter, and I called on 2 occasions just to be informed that the number had been disconnected. So I don't know, maybe it's not possible to call it from outside Australia, but I don't think I would have got the disconnection notice if that was the issue. It didn't even ring. It just went straight to an American voicemail, that it was disconnected. So I don't know if he's been harassed by trolls and he's been forced to sort of shut this down, but these methods of contact have thus far failed me. And Mitch is this is the thing, that Mitch is a nice guy. Mitch is a good guy. I've had good experiences with Mitch. I think that what he's doing is probably wise and probably what we need to do going forward. But you wanted to you'd seen some stuff on Twitter and you wanted to bring it up and talk about it on today's show.
Yeah, so let's just explain who Mitch is. And let's tell the audience what Red Rooster is. So what's Red Rooster, Liam?
You made me close the thing down. Okay, but here we go. This is...
What's
I'm not
Red
the best.
Rooster?
Yeah, Red Rooster is essentially one of the first major Comicsgate campaigns in which...
Wrong. It's a Chinese takeaway.
Oh, it's... You're talking about the fast food joint. Yeah. Dude, their chicken burgers are terrible. That is the only time I've gotten sick from eating fast food was from Red Rooster, Yeah. But unrelated to the product, unrelated to Mitch Breitweiser and Allegiance Arts. Mitch Breitweiser's Allegiance Arts Red Rooster is one of the largest crowdfunding projects in comic books. It was one of the very first Comicsgate projects. It is still yet to reach fulfillment, but it essentially, it's about a golden age superhero who's, I guess, moving into the future as he leaves his past behind and as things change. That's the best way I could sort of explain it. He's part of a legacy of heroes, and I believe a sort of almost Mason style or I guess a bit like the Phantom, like a legion of, like, every Red Rooster trains a new Red Rooster all throughout history, leading back to the Crusades. The Order of the Dawn, I believe it's called. But that's pretty much all I know. All I know is that, and he's got a big deal with Walmart, where he's going to be putting comics into Walmart.
And he has Kelsey Shannon on the books doing a book called Nora's Saga.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
his wife, it's Elizabeth, isn't it? Breitweiser, she does colouring. She has been for many years. And she's working in the company as well. And I think they were both Marvel artists, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But the most important thing is that Red Rooster is very late.
Very late. Yes.
And so what happened today is that a number of people received some backer information. I don't have that backer information, but from what I understand, they were suggesting that Red Rooster may actually be in Walmart before the backers get the book. Now, the reason that that is an issue is obviously because it looks as though the deal with Walmart was funded with backer funding for Red Rooster. And so for other customers to get the book for probably what's going to be a cheaper retail price before the backers is pretty bad.
Yeah, that is. I would say that is bad optics, and I hope that that isn't the case. I don't know if the version of Red Rooster that is going to be printed in the Walmart is the same as the one that the backers will receive. Is it a reduced product in size, or do we know anything about that?
These are the questions that people have been asking, because I know that he sent out a PDF of sort of like 24 pages or I don't know what it was, maybe the first 24 pages or something like that. And it could possibly be that that's what's going to be on the shelf, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of information from the company themselves, and there just has been zero response on social media about it.
Okay, here we go. So this is what we're being told here. Apparently, word of mouth is that the preview comic will be the #1 in Walmart. So what was released, the first 24 issues that we have apparently already received. I received mine, but I haven't read it yet. I wish I had, but the tab was in closed down when I did it, and a computer update, and I haven't gone back looking for it because I had forgotten all about it.
So you've got the backer update.
I'm looking for it. I literally deleted all of my Indiegogo updates like before we start. I didn't even realize that there was something in that we might need. I'm trying to go through my junk mail now and find, because on my inbox. Let's have a look here. So these are my deleted messages in trash. It's for Red Rooster. There we go. Update 22. When was this sent? Let's move it back into it, out of the trash. Talk. Here we go.
Hey, if we're doing some investigating, we should probably do our investigation intro.
You're right.
Because this feels a bit like investigation to me.
This is Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues time. Okie dokie. Here we go. First, I'm going to go back to the Twitter. No, over here. All right. You talk. So I'm not.
Yeah, Wilberforce Red Rooster does look really good. So someone just said in the comments before that they're splitting the Red Rooster into 3 floppies that are going to be in Walmart, issue 1, 2, and 3. So I guess the question is, if those issues probably have to have been printed already, so why don't the backers have this?
This is a question that we need to. This is questions we need to ask. But before we do that, let's play. We're going to do our Blue's Clues. We're going to do our detective work. Here we go. So there we have it. There we have it.
Beautiful.
And it begins. And it begins. That was put together by Oz Art. You know, a bit of a surprise, but it's a bit of fun.
Yeah. So we don't really know. How can you get copyright claimed for that?
Because how can they censor your clan, my friend?
It's not, but it's not even their music, and it's not even their. And I've altered the footage.
Yeah, and it's but we have transformed it. You know.
Yeah, it's transformed. It's a political statement.
It's a political statement about hedge injuries and detective work.
Hedge injuries.
Hedge injuries. So they're like yeah, well, they're like head injuries, but when you're inebriated. So well, is there anything that you want to share your screen and let's get looking into this stuff? Because I don't think that Mitch is going to come. And even if everyone in the comment section began adding allegiance arts and telling them to come on, I'm not sure that they would.
Yeah,
on Twitter, on the link to this video.
Okay. Well, Rami's saying something really interesting. I don't know if you want to come on, Rami, and talk about this because it looks like you've got a fair amount of information.
They announced the backers were getting the first 24 pages in PDF. Then 2 days later, Mitch and his wife posted a pic in Walmart with a comic in the 4th MB spot. I do remember seeing that.
I saw that as well, but I didn't understand the relevance.
Well, the relevance was that there were people that essentially did not have their Mr. Dongs. No, we don't want any trouble for Kelsey. We don't want any trouble for Mitch either. We actually just want answers. So essentially, what we're getting from the chat and our lazy detective work, since we haven't started yet, is that the book's going to be split into 3 parts, and it will be put into, and each of those 3 parts will be put into Walmart. And those collected parts will then be put together as a single product and shipped via the Indiegogo. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Mitch would choose to do that. And I think that, we do deserve an answer. I am a backer of Red Rooster, of course. I have Red Rooster Easter eggs all throughout the opening of Xenotype, believe it or not. Felix has a Red Rooster action figure sitting on his bedside shelf. The book opens on like the first page with Tanner tripping over a can of Kapow Cola. Like if you look at it, you look up close to the can, you'll see it's the Kapow brand. That's the cola brand that Mitch sort of talked about and embedded in the early days of Comicsgate. That's how long we've been working on Xenotype, and that's how much respect that I had for him as a creator. But
He's always seemed to be one step out of Comicsgate, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, there was that issue with one of his writers being rather anti-Comicsgate for a while, too. It's not me being vague. I only know very little about it. But I believe that was all sorted out. And, I understand not wanting to do this, to get on streams and constantly be there. I don't really want to be here, guys. I want to just have my head down working too. That's kind of how it is for artists. You want to work. But I do feel like Mitch allowing people to chase him off the internet is not good and is not something that I guess we should be doing. Like you can't hold a gun to someone's head and say, be a member of this movement or give us constant updates. But at the same time, I would like to know more. I would like to know more. The last update I have from Red Rooster was from from April 14th. So this probably isn't the latest one, but
no, there was a comment in the. Yeah, is it there?
Well, I'll read it anyway. This is what it says. It says, to our inclined backers, this April the 16th. Wait a minute. It sent April 14th, but he calls it April 16th in the email. So he sent it 2 days before he wrote it? How does that work? Look at this. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry. It will be the last day to download the Red Rooster Digital Backer Preview. By now, all backers should have received instructions from Digify to access the file. If not, be sure to check your spam junk mail folder or reach out to info@Allegiance Arts and you'll get the link. There's good news to come on Red Rooster Golden Age. Stay tuned. So, nothing there.
There was a message in the chat saying that the update came out, but then was taken down.
I see. So let's go to have a look at Red Rooster.
If anyone's
Over
got
on
that
Indiegogo.
update, or like can summarize the text from it, please let us know.
Yeah. Oh, well, never mind. I was like, why is the first thing that comes up when you type in Red Rooster Indiegogo, guys, is a video by the Comic Book Hut slamming Elizabeth, saying that she calls backers knuckle draggers, brain dead trolls. By which she probably means him. That's a pretty good description of the Comic Book Hut, I think. I mean,
A Mets fan is all that's missing.
yeah, exactly. Let's share the screen and we'll get over to Red Rooster and we'll take a quick look. Is there anything that people are saying in the chat that is particularly relevant that I might be missing while I'm navigating?
No, there's just a bunch of people that have said they've backed it and a bit annoyed at it.
Mm-hmm. So
because
here we are.
He did disappear for a long time as well, out of contact.
Yeah, he's beyond reach. That's the problem. These creators seem to be wanting to step beyond reach of their investors and of their backers, you know. And that worries me. Mitch Breitweiser, I think he had a good plan with trying to get into the mainstream not comic book industry, into the mainstream market again, to be somewhere where kids and new readers could pick up product and invest in. I think that was very clever. But he's been chased off twice now. He came back for a while. He did a few streams, like live streams, and I thought, oh, this is really good. I even popped in and said hi a few times, where he was just drawing and doing his thing. I thought, good on you, Mitch. But then he was gone again. Apparently people came in and got too spicy for him, and he just pulled out. You know?
Do we have any idea of what does too spicy mean? Like, do we know anything in particular, or what?
It was people in the chat, just coming in and, you know, I don't know the details. Just that he, the live stream, he couldn't keep it up because there was trolls, you know. But I mean, I don't know what trolls means.
Well, we've got trolls far out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Jabba.
Chat,
Jabba's
HD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jabba's a mod.
All the time.
He's a mod.
Jabba's a mod. Why'd you make him a mod?
Because, you know, I want to weaponize him and use him in my orc army.
Okay. All right. As long as you got your reasons.
Yeah, I have an ulterior motive. I want him to lead my armies. So.
Is that US dollars there?
No, this is AUD. It automatically sets it to Australian dollars for us.
Yeah, I didn't want to scare everyone. Yeah, it's about 180,000, I think.
Yeah. But the thing that I think is the biggest sort of grievance that I personally had, albeit a small one. Sorry, I said the grievance that I had was essentially that he announced this book and we thought, great, we're going to have this great legacy character. He said that he talked a lot about, you know, the past of Red Rooster and the future of it and the potential for the franchise, and I got excited. I expected there to be more product out by now. Not only do I find that, you know, the book is not yet complete, but also it's going to be going to market into the hands of American customers and the mainstream before us. And on top of that, he didn't really get started back with the art until relatively recently, you know. before that, he's been promoting a lot of his work with the Futurists and these other titles that he's sort of put out, which is great. He employed other artists. Power to him. I know that it's difficult to manage that, but Red Rooster is his flagship character. I feel like, we should have had more of this, especially if he's able to have barely anything done and then pretty much finish the book, in a few weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? As soon as he buckles down to do it, you would think that, imagine if we were up to Red Rooster 3, because clearly he's faster than Ethan if he can produce work that quickly. So what if we would have 3 Red Rooster books by now? I just would have preferred to see that than these other franchises that he sort of developed initially. Is that just me?
I don't think it's just you. That's why we're talking about it. There's a real lack of clarity on this campaign. I think I'm pretty surprised, actually. I just thought that they were the 3 new titles that were going to go into Walmart as Mitch sort of focused on producing Red Rooster. But it looks as though perhaps Red Rooster was a requirement for the deal. In which
I have something that our crack team have sent us. Our sources have shared a little information with us. It's like breaking news. This just in, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any other tips or hints or photos of when you were attractive and your hair looked great in high school, you can send them right through to my DMs or Ozarts. Check yours too, buddy, just in case. And we will bring them up and we will begin our investigation. So here we go. The full Indiegogo story episodes will not be available to Walmart until this fall. Red Rooster for Indiegogo is a 3-episode, gold-foiled, perfect-bound, hand-side collector's edition graphic novel with 68 pages and a story and exclusive back matter content, plus swag. Fulfillment begins this spring for our backers. So there you have it.
Can I just point something out that has always annoyed me and probably millions and millions of other people around the globe, is that reading comics as a kid and reading books and watching TV shows, I never had any idea of when fall, spring, etc. were in the US. Because we have the exact opposite climate. And so I've got no idea. They say this will be coming out in fall. This movie will be out in autumn, or, autumn for us. And it's like,
yeah, man, I never knew either.
Give me a month. Give me a month.
Yeah,
give me a period. June, July, or I have no idea. It's crazy. Yeah, okay. So what is this anyway? Where did this come from?
This was sent to us by our crack team on Twitter. They came through and they're like, "Hey, this is a photo," and I shared it. We can't give away our sources. We can't give away our sources.
Oh, no. I just saw Kelsey Shannon's logo there, loving it.
Yeah, well, he's encouraging. So this.
Okay, so let's understand this. The full story will not be available to Walmart until this fall, which is when? What's fall?
I don't know. I guess we have to go to Google and find out. I'm in my American brain. I'm in my Australian brain, so I don't remember my American stuff. Otherwise, I get all mixed up. So 1 minute. So when is fall in the USA? September to December.
All right. So the full episodes will not be available to Walmart until September. So that means that if they're doing that in 3 issues, what do we got? August, July.
We're planning on doing that soon. That's our next. I just check the DMs as they come through. We'll be going to the updates. Don't worry. What were you saying, Oz?
Yeah, we don't do anything off stream. We let you guys see what we're seeing. So,
Yeah. So it's all natural. We don't want to come in with like a pre-planned sort of thing to say or do. We just experience it as it is and as the average consumer would, as in someone who probably doesn't bother reading all of the updates all the time and just hears what people are saying. This is the sort of level of awareness that the average consumer has. They give you their money and they can check in if they want, but I mean, we'll do that in bits. Expecting me to sort of go over every single one, probably not going to happen. And
'Cause
that's
also
probably why a lot
it's
of
a
people
lot
are
of
upset.
it's also a lot of doublespeak. Like
Mhm.
if I can't tell, if I like, look, we've been going for 38 minutes. We've probably been talking about this for 20 minutes now. If in
Mhm.
20 minutes of talking, we still can't quite clearly understand what they're doing, then the average customer who doesn't really care is just going to be bamboozled by all this. So we have to come in here and try and work out exactly what's going on, because this is not clear at all. Yeah, you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. But
not clear.
I don't believe that
So,
that was their. We are Aussies though. We have different date speak, I suppose.
yeah, because all right, say that it's September that they release the full
Mhm.
range, then it means that the first one will be out June, July. But that doesn't really jibe with the last update, which said that one was coming
Yeah.
soon.
But let's find out what the if anyone else has any information, please send it through to either my DMs or the DMs of Ozart, and I'll just keep checking your DMs from time to time, buddy. We're going to take a look at the updates. Has the chat said anything interesting?
Yeah, Horatius Cockles.
Mhm.
Horatius Cockles. No,
This
we
one?
won't get on. Yeah, we wouldn't
No,
get EBS on to talk on behalf
no.
of Mitch, because Mitch is
Is the
his own company.
CEO of he's the
He's the
CEO of Allusions.
CEO, and also it's just the same. We wouldn't get Kelsey Shannon on to talk about it because it's not
Yeah.
his. It's not his business,
Exactly,
really.
especially since doing so could potentially endanger the career of Kelsey. Kelsey is under, no obligation to speak. In fact, in the past, Mitch has said like, "Hey, Kelsey, pull back. Pull back."
Yeah. And also, Ethan was involved in the beginning negotiations of this contract, so he's probably not sure exactly what he can and can't say about it anyway. So we can't bring him on.
Yeah.
That's just no bueno. Is that how you say it?
I don't know. Let's just say Aussie
We
things.
don't have any
Otherwise,
Spanish speakers in CG. It's all right.
yeah. But actually, we do. We've got a whole show dedicated to them now. Carla sort of does it. I think Sims is involved. I think Sketch as well. I believe Sketch speaks Spanish. I've seen him like talking really fast. It sort of sounds like he's possessed by demons. So I think that's Spanish, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It's all
okay. This is the February update. The first update was the one that I already read, but it's got a different date here. So they must have sent it, deleted it. I don't know. And it's got a different date here, 15, 16. I guess it's because the date is not the date. Yeah, it's because they're saying tomorrow will be the last time we can download it. Okay. This is the back. Let's just go through this. Okay. The complimentary digital download digital preview edition is now available. This morning we sent an email from digify.com with instructions on how to claim your copy. The email address we used is the one provided to your contributor ID. You'll be asked to verify your email address before being taken down to the download page where you can access the download. The unique download feature, the first chapter, 24 pages of the 68-page Red Rooster graphic novel, that will allow novel that you will be receiving later this spring. Be sure to check out all of the incredible art hashtag Red Rooster art contest in the back of the book. A panel of judges will be selecting the finalists and the contest winner that have their work published in the graphic novel. If you created art for this contest and missed our recent call for entries, which I believe most of us did, I had no idea that there was a Red Rooster art, contest going on. Please contact info@Allegiance Arts or contact Allegiance Arts at Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram to authorize us to publish your creation. We're continuing to make great progress on Red Rooster, and we've begun ordering some of our fulfillment items. To recap, Red Rooster Golden Age is a special collector edition, 68-page, perfect bound graphic novel that features the first 3 chapters of the Red Rooster story. Those chapters will be broken up into bi-monthly publications for Walmart and Walmart.com customers beginning Walmart.com customers beginning May 5th and will wrap in the fall. You'll get to treasure the adventure well ahead of everyone else. Your book will be truly unique. Every copy of Red Rooster will arrive signed and will have gold foiling on the cover and exclusive content. All orders will come with a Red Rooster sticker and trading card. Backers at higher tiers will receive the Red Rooster sketchbook and Mrs. Midnight pinup poster. Red Rooster, the Golden Age, is in high gear, and we're looking forward to getting this epic tale out to our amazing backers soon. If you've followed our progress since the beginning, then you're likely aware that there are some big things ahead, and we can't thank you enough for the gracious support and encouragement. Don't forget to check your spam and junk folders if you don't see the email. Otherwise, if you still can't locate the instruction email, please contact us with your contributor ID at info@allegiancearts.com, and we'll get you hooked up. Thank you for your support. All the best, the Allegiance Arts team. Let me see here. 24 pages. This is what's going to be going to. This is the backer preview edition. I wonder if they use the same cover for the one that's going to come out in Walmart. But here we go. So that's
Right. So what is your understanding of what they're saying there?
My understanding of the situation is that they will be releasing bi-monthly issues to Walmart.
All right, here's another. Can I just interrupt? Sorry. Here's another thing that absolutely drove me nuts about comics. What is bi-monthly?
Oh, it means every other month.
Or it means every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So which one is it? When they tell you something book is coming out bi-monthly, what does that mean?
That's a good question. I always thought it was every other month.
So did I, until they started releasing things every 2 weeks.
Stupid Australian lingo. And it's American lingo.
Yeah, look, Dan Ringle is saying bi-monthly is twice a month. And all these other guys are saying, no, it's every second month.
Yeah.
And now Steve is saying semi-monthly is twice a month. What is semi-monthly?
Okay, so this is what we've learned for Allegiance.
And look, Dark Gift is saying bi-monthly should mean. Right. See, you guys don't know either.
This is invaluable information for all creators going forward. I'll definitely be using. Just give say every 2 weeks, every other month. Just be clear.
It's between 2 weeks and 3 months.
We're dumb, okay? We're dumb, all right? We need you to spell it out for us. We don't know what's going on.
Pretend that we're just like stoned, sitting on our couches at home, trying to understand this long email you sent.
Now, gosh. So he's releasing it basically later. He says that we're going to get it well ahead of time. So the product, they're going to be getting comic books. We're going to be getting a perfect bound graphic novel with gold foil, and we will receive the whole thing. And if it is really bi-monthly, and then we should, in theory, have it well ahead, the full story well ahead of the main market release.
So, okay, so let's say they put the issue number 1 in at May the 5th. Then the next one will come out July the 5th, and then the following one will come out September the 5th. And then you're assuming that, well, not you, but we're assuming that the backers will have received, all of them will have received their books prior to the 5th of September.
I think
Is that
that In
what we're thinking?
Disguise. I think that In Disguise is making great progress, towards the progressive future of comic books, and we should take on board his wisdom. I think that will help everything, So,
Yes, we forgot.
we forgot. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, I
Did
guess
you
the
even
point.
hear what I said
No,
before?
I
You
wasn't
tuned
paying
out, didn't you?
attention.
You
I
fucking tuned
was.
out.
I was looking at the chat. What did you say?
Jesus Christ.
I was
All right.
faking. I was
What I'm,
faking it so we
what
could
I'm
carry
trying
on.
to say is that they're going to put one issue in on the
Mhm.
May the 5th, and then it'll be bi-monthly. So the final one, the third issue, will be on September the 5th. And somewhere in between that time, they may send the book, the completed book, to the backers.
Well, let's talk some fucking backroom basic printing shit, right? They're definitely gonna print this at the same time that they print all 3 of those books. There is
Yeah.
no doubt. That is, they're gonna print because it just saves you money at the printer, a lot of money. So, to print a lot all at once rather than to print a bunch of different shit. So they're gonna print the Indiegogo book, and they're going to print the 3. This is speculation at this point, but they'll print the 3. They'll do the run for the 3 Walmart books. Then they're going to stagger the Walmart books releases, is my guess.
The only thing is, though, that I'm thinking it might not be the case, because if they're printing out 1 million copies of Red Rooster 1, and they're only printing out 1,600 copies of the Perfect Bound book, that may be an entirely different run/process.
Yeah, no, you're right. They could use completely different printer. They might have a completely different printer deal.
Yeah, because Walmart will not be putting a book in to their store on the 5th of May unless they've got probably at least the second issue in their hands, in their warehouse. So most probably they should already have 1 and 2 printed and sitting for distribution. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's how they operate, and you can't. You can't do it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelsey Shannon disappeared for like 7 weeks. I think it was only 4 weeks. Recently, and I think that must have been because he had to push some art out, and he'd already finished Nora Saga. Was it just 1? Issue 1?
Okay, Kelsey, I saw that you tweeted 10 minutes ago. Does anyone know? Do we have Kelsey in the chat? Can people add him and see if he's in the chat? You want to try that too, Oz? Because I have to go over to Facebook to do it.
Yeah, right.
Is Kelsey? Yeah, is Kelsey in our chat right now? He's got 10 minutes because we can't bring Kelsey on. But Kelsey, tell Mitch I want him on the show. Come on now, 10 minutes. Clear this up for us. That's all he needs to do. Talk to the community. We've got some questions we just want to ask him. We're not trying to trap him. Get him in here. Clear this up for us, so we're not stumbling all over our own feet. We need open communication with our creators. We need to know what is the plan for Allegiance Art going forward. The backers want to know.
Yeah.
We don't want Kelsey on. We just want Kelsey to tell. I've tried calling Mitch. I've tried contacting him over all social media links that have been provided. There has been no follow-up. There has been no contact. I've not been received. I've been attempting to contact him now for...
For
what? I'm just doing math. For about 17 hours now, with no luck. So...
Did you say 6 months?
16 hours, but actually it's closer to 17 hours at this point with no luck. If Kelsey is in the chat, Please, because I can see you tweeting, brother. I see you're online. I'm gonna shoot him a DM. Hold on.
He normally listens to this show while he's drawing, he said. But
hold on, I'm getting a message. Oh, he's a funny guy. He's fixed up my my icon. Oh my god. Okay. Say, Mitch is very busy. Don't talk too much these days. That's okay, Kelsey, brother. Could you 1 minute? I'll just type it.
Spirits card. You seem to know the Breitweisers, do you? Jabba has been contacting him bi-monthly.
Yep. He also, Kelsey would like to clarify that he disappeared because he was working on Cecil's covers, The Expendables, and Nora Saga. So clearly he was very busy. Thank you.
Oh,
Kelsey.
I know that. I know that. That's why I said he disappeared because he was like had heaps of work to do on Nora Saga. Because I think that's what I was getting at, was that they had a real crunch to get those books finished and printed. Because you can't just rock up to a Walmart with your 2 issues done on May the 4th for it to be in the shelves on May the 5th. So they had a big push to get that artwork done. Apparently they're on Instagram all the time, which is probably the worst avenue for talking to customers that exists, other than maybe Snapchat.
That's probably because they've had difficulties. They've stated that they've had difficulties with Twitter and such. So thank you, Kelsey. Kelsey says, no sweat, brother. Love the show. We love you too, Kelsey. Much love. You're a very talented artist, and you are easy to contact, and that's what the community needs. It needs people like you. And hopefully Mitch will be here soon, and we can get this all answered real quick, and everyone can walk away happy. That's what I want here.
Cool. Well, do we want to pop off this topic for a bit and go on to another
and give
one?
him time. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What have you got in mind?
I thought we'd do some more detective work, but have you got anything to bring up? I've just got to pop out for a minute, and then I'll come back in, and we'll do
I don't.
more detective work.
I really
well,
don't.
You chat to the
Sure.
chat, and I'll be back.
All right, brother, you go do that. Okay, all right. Chat, it's you and me. We're alone in a room. Here we go. Spirit Scar says, Liam, you need to set up an interview in advance with proper appointment time, not spur of the moment. Hey, I agree. But I'm doing a show every single day, and when the topic of the conversation is what people are talking about on Twitter, I'm subject to what people are talking about on Twitter. When it's the questions that people are asking, and I know it's a pain in the ass. I tried though. I tried for hours and hours and hours to reach him. Everything seems to be shut down. There was no reply. And we're going to do the show. We're going to talk about the questions that people are asking. That's what we do. We're talking about you guys. Allegiance Art needs to hire a PR worker, and not contract. No contact policy is good for Woofler resistance, but makes it look like fly-by-night operation. Even Cecil is more credible than Mitch. I agree. I do think that they need a more open line of communication with the fans, especially during this time where everyone wants to love Mitch, everyone wants to support Mitch, but we don't know what he's doing. This is something that's going to probably be very common in the months to come. We've got someone who is bi-monthly curious. This is how it happens. Yeah, we also, Mitch, it's hard, it sucks. I want to buckle down too, brother, but we have to maintain communication with these guys. We can say, hey, I'm late, I've been really busy making deals. I had to fly to Florida and talk to someone, someone got the Wu flu, and I had to hide, and away from them. There was a zombie apocalypse that I had to deal with, locked down in a barn for a while. The fans are going to understand what you've got to go through, but they've just got to know. They've just got to know. Let's see. Raptor Jesus is getting sick of simps. That's a bad sign for simps, because he's not only Jesus, but he also rides a vicious deadly raptor, you know, or maybe he is a raptor and he's the Jesus of raptors. But from what I'm looking at here, it looks like he is a Jesus riding raptor. No, a Jesus riding a raptor. Yeah, it's here we go. There, let's see. While waiting for Red Rooster, why not read Cats of War 2? Hey, yeah, there's always time to shill. There's always time to shill. Dookie Ranger says, Liam, I need you to be more orange, okay? You're my vitamin C, man. I'll do my best, brother. I'll do my best. I've got a few plans to increase my orange output, but I mean, it takes time. It takes time and money to get to the next level of orange. You know, I want to go to a level beyond, but I'm just not there yet. I can't unveil it. Mr. Dong says, no contact policy is inherently anti-Comicsgate. It's like it's like cock blocking all of your customers in advance. It's like block botting all of your customers in advance. Yes, I agree. Watching Liam on stream gives me your daily dose of vitamin D. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to
Weekly AMAs.
I needed to get some caffeine into me, so I've had to go get a drink. Pop. So yeah, I've had a
One
really
moment.
sore leg.
Max says, Liam, it would be I think he means I would be interested to see your take on Gonagi inspired manga, whether it's supernatural thriller or mecha driven adventure. Well, funny that you should mention that. I have both of those, but I don't have artist talent enough to produce them. That's a lie. I have two artists talented enough to produce them, but they're already on other projects. But I have a mecha franchise called Super Robot Cerberus or Hellhound. I'm working on that, which is about these three. I'm not promoting. Sorry. Yes, I would love to as well, brother. So what's going on, Oz?
A lot of those words don't mean anything to me.
I know I was going to have to explain them to most normies, but let's keep on topic. So
okay. All right, back on topic. All right, we're gonna have to do some investigation. We're gonna have a talk.
Right. Yep. About
secret business.
Oh. Super secret business or just secret business?
It's just secret.
All right. We'll keep the super secret business for later because that's extra secret. You know.
Yep.
For when our numbers start to flag, you know, because we're so concerned about that kind of thing.
Yep. Play the loop.
We're putting our detective. We're putting our detective.
Play it again. Yep, we're going back to that.
Yep, sure. Sorry, I've got DMs from the lead. I've got to open the link again. We're all good. I should just have it sitting there all the time. I didn't know we were gonna play it again. Here we go. We're gonna go detective time, boys and girls. We're gonna go on another adventure. You know. I hope you're preparing something, sharing the other window while this is going on, brother.
Hey, you know, it was somewhat kismet. I was doing that little animation today, and I was like, oh, I don't have a picture of Liam. I'll go in and try and find one. And I opened up my Twitter, and you just posted your Spurg picture of you bleeding in the forehead. Do you want to tell people about why that happened?
I do not.
I don't know.
I do not. What are we going to be looking into? What's the super secret? What's the other secret? Because that's
Okay,
not the one.
All right. Let's we kind of briefly went into it yesterday, very briefly, and then we kind of got sidetracked and forgot all about it. But the issue of refunding. So we need to have a look at the issue of refunding of Mandy's book. I forget what it's called. Wart the Wizard, and Cecil's book. Cash Grab. and I don't know if there have been anything. Well, Vestige has gone to print, hasn't it? So it wouldn't have been them.
Mhm.
So
So
let's
what do
talk
you know?
about
What have you seen on Twitter? Can you bring it up so we can show it while we talk, or because I'm not very familiar with
I'll have
what's
a look.
going on. Yeah.
So basically, what happened the other day was that first off, I think it was 2 days ago, Mandy Summers put forward a tweet saying that they were getting a number of refunds due to their artist and Peter Gilmore.
Mhm.
Now,
Do you know why?
no, this is what our detective skills are going to be put to now. So I'm just setting up the picture for our audience. So I see this tweet from Mandy Summers saying that they're getting a number of refund requests because of Peter. Then probably the following day, we get a message from Peter himself saying that it's been a strange couple of days, or a busy couple of days, and he was heading
Mogwai
off to it.
Mogwai Centurion, would you like to come in and extrapolate upon that if you know more about it? Because I can trust you. You're a trusted member of the community. I'm going to send you a link. Please continue. Sorry. You don't have to come on, brother, but I'll send you the link.
I didn't see a lot of Peter Gilmore's tweets. Justin McClure is saying that he was tweeting a lot when he shouldn't have. But so I don't know. Was it about stuff that he was saying? Was it? It wasn't about anything to do with a project in particular.
I'm getting a screenshot showing that the Breitweisers have done multiple Instagram lives where they answer questions. How many people, just to illustrate a point, I didn't know. I don't use Instagram regularly at all in any capacity. If you use Instagram regularly or have seen these Instagram updates, could you just please press like 1 in the comment section? And if you have not, press 2. Sorry, you were saying, brother? I just got that, so sorry.
What was I saying? What were we talking about? As Kelsey says.
Yeah, I accidentally got
Peter Gilmore tweeting. Yeah, I was wondering whether it was an issue with the book and the product, or whether it was an issue with something that Peter had said. Now I don't know, but it does bring up a couple of questions about the morality of book promotion, etc., and refunding and how that goes. Maybe these tweets have been deleted. Maybe I won't be able to show them to you. This is always the problem, see? When we go into our detective work, and then
everything could disappear.
I'm not, and you're not either going to be the one sitting on the web
saving images,
saving images and capturing things and whatever, because it's not what we're interested in doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not what normal consumers do. They might read something like I just read, and then they go back to have a look at it, and it's gone, and then it's like, oh, what was that all about?
Yeah, I saw it too, and I didn't know much about it. I thought, oh, what the heck? Like, you were like, we'll talk about it like later on, and we'll look into it. And I was like, yeah, sure. But then we got sidetracked, and we never went back to it. Now, what? It's gone. There's no sign of it.
Yep.
Perhaps I could help. How would you like to help me, Mr. Dongs?
Right,
do you have?
It is in your. So it's an April 20 tweet by Mandy Summers. I did DM it to you, but that was yesterday, so you've got like a million messages since then.
Yep. Hold on. I'm getting more messages regarding the Breitweiser thing. We're going to keep this up as a sort of underlying topic. 1 minute. Liz Breitweiser said, "Big day. We got to test out Allegiance Arts at Walmart display. May 5th, my friends. Look for us at the end of the book aisle in the entertainment section at a Walmart near you. So there is evidence that they have been doing these updates through Instagram. Now, what were you saying? Sorry.
Just the Mandy Summers tweet still up. It is in your DM. Let me just.
All right. So, whereabouts is it? I can't see it.
Just scroll up a bit. It'll pop up in there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now I just share that through with the lads. All right, boys. Blues Clues, Blues Clues. Let's get to the bottom of this. Here we go. This is the second day. This is by Mandy Summers, Wart the Wizard. So this is the second day in a row we've woken up to a refund request with comments bashing, Peter Gilmore as the reason for the refund. So I added 5 sketch kiss cards packs back to the campaign. If you missed out, this is your chance. So have they all been sold?
I'm just having a look at...
2 of them have been sold of the 5. So there's 3 more for those of you who may want them. Does anyone in the chat happen to know? Does anyone in the chat happen to know why people are upset with Peter? Why people are refunding? There's a lot of speculation going around right now. But is anyone... Mr. Dongs, I mean, if you're serious, we would be happy to, any assistance would be happy. But that's not the sentence. Sorry. Yes, that would, if you're serious, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, we don't really know you. So we don't know if you're going to be providing us with altered screenshots or something. It's kind of a delicate situation. I'm not trying to attack your integrity, but you're a stranger on the internet. Contact me in DMs and we'll talk things through. I'll get you on a private chat like one of these, and we'll talk things back and forth, and I'll see if I think you're right for that. The Breitweisers primarily utilize Instagram primarily because it's quick, easy, and drama-free. I've seen their updates there. Liam, contact Mitch through Instagram and set up an interview. No luck. No response.
Yeah, and it didn't really need to be an interview. He could have even just typed in the chat or sent us a letter or just popped in quickly and said 2 sentences, You didn't have to be.
And if you're catching this later, Mitch, like if you're rewatching this on the replay, again, look at the chat section, in the comment section, like look and you'll see like Instagram is not a good way of being in contact with your Indiegogo backers. Obviously, it would make common sense that Indiegogo would be a way to be in contact with your Indiegogo backers, but it's really not. Most people don't want to want to follow that. What they want is they want to have an open line of communication with you, or just short little videos from you going like, hey, this is what's going on, that are uploaded, like if not daily, every few days, just 2 minutes of your time, that's all it'd take to keep people informed. And since you're selling to a global market, maybe be aware that when you use terms that are sort of regional or local, there may be some confusion with people in other parts of the world who don't understand what you're actually saying. Sorry. What were you?
That's all right.
talking?
I'm just scrolling through. It's really hard to find anything on on Peter Gilmore's page because he tweets so much. Jesus, Peter, what are you doing?
Tweeting. But no, yeah, but does anyone know what's going on just up here? I mean, it seemed to be a very big issue. It was big enough issue that, Peter basically said, keep my name out of your mouth, or, I will beat you to death. Not really, but, so we figured that there must have been a bunch of people upset. Peter Gilmore is a great artist. I encourage all artists to limit their engagement on Twitter, or at least limit any potential negative or heated situations. Amen, brother. I think everyone that's working as a professional should take that advice. Because if there's a big drama blow up and it's public, we're going to talk about it. That's how it goes. So be good or be news. Your call.
I Yeah, all right. I'm going to send you this because this is pretty interesting.
Sure. I'd also like to point out that going back over your history and deleting all of your stuff, you keep saying the 5th of May. I keep everyone saying 5th of May. But also going back over your stuff and deleting your previous comments just leaves us with speculation instead of answers, which is arguably worse. So what do you want to show me, Oz?
I'm just showing you a tweet. Hopefully that'll go through to you.
In all honesty, Instagram is the best platform to showcase art. I mean, there's an argument for that, most definitely. We know that, what was it? Long Harbor? Was it Long Harbor? Was primarily funded because of its massive success on Instagram. But at the same time, how many ones were there in this chat? Go back when I asked that question and really look at how many people it won. I just saw a wall of twos, a wall of no's. We don't know. We don't see. So are comic book customers on Instagram? Is that who was there? And is it just it's drama free, so it's easy to be there? There's a way to engage without getting caught up in the drama. You've just got to put your best face forward, provide them the answers and information you can, withdraw, answer again the next day, be professional. Don't let these people push you around. So have you shot me a link or?
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Do you know how to share actually in this? Like, you know that you can share your screen through here?
Yeah, I know, but I've got stuff on my computer. I'm not sure.
Right, no problem.
We're going to discuss that in a bit as well.
Sure. I've got another follow-up message too. So hold on. One of our many sources has come in, and they've told me that this is again speculation, but here we go. Okay, I can't really. You were one of the people that refunded. Could you please? I could say who you are, but then that gives you away as a source. So would you please just explain to me why you refunded? You've given me a rough reason, but I need to be able to extrapolate upon it for the audience. That won't be clear. That same person has sent me a further update from Red Rooster, and it says, Red Rooster, the hero that started it all. Today, backers of this historic campaign receive a complimentary digital preview of the first chapter of their 68-page graphic novel that will begin fulfilling later this spring. Red Rooster, the Golden Age is in high gear, and we're looking forward to getting this epic tale out to our amazing backers soon. If you've followed our progress since the beginning, then you're likely aware that there are some big things ahead. We can't thank you enough for your gracious support and encouragement. The first chapter of Red Rooster will also be arriving in Walmart stores alongside the Allegiant art titles on May 5th. The adventure continues bi-monthly. See you there. So that was another update from Instagram. It was a retweet essentially. So and they're just typing their answer now to the question I just asked on the stream. So we'll do that, then we'll pop back over to the thing that we're dealing with here on the side. It might take them all. Let's just check this out. Let's check. Share the screen. Share. What's the chat saying, brother?
It's true, Cinder. It is no one's business why a customer refunds, but it's invaluable information for those that want to run campaigns.
Yes, and you're under no obligation to say if you feel pressure. We're simply asking out of curiosity. Don't feel like I'm putting you on the spot, brother. You can just say, I'd rather not say. So we see here that
click on the one. Yeah, sorry. Go through that, but then click on the one with it's circled in red.
Sure. Yeah, I saw Peter getting railroaded. He handled that professionally, but it continued elsewhere by the usual suspects. Then I could see him responding in a sharper manner. Did they finally cause a reaction they could blame him for? So, not a fan of these shows, to be honest, man. They just seem to stir up trouble between folks in various... Is he talking about us?
Yep.
We're in trouble.
That's why I said to bring it up. I just saw it then. I had no idea.
This kind of stuff shouldn't be hashed out in public with a spurging peanut gallery. Just, you guys aren't
That
spurging.
is you guys. You guys are fucking spurging peanuts.
Well, I don't think that he's saying that they're peanuts. I think that he's implying that they
he's
all
saying that they're a
like
spurging. Nah, it's there in black and white. A spurging peanut gallery.
Exactly. Nowhere did I call CG customers spurgs. So he's saying here he didn't call them spurgs. He's saying that, are you implying it's not Comicsgate customers who watch Liam's show in the chat? It's about us. Guys, in the future, tag me in everything.
We had no idea. This is like, what, 2 days old? I had no idea.
This is Jack's argument. I think what you like, man. I'm not being a whipping boy of the day. Enjoy your Thursday. Okay, well, what's this?
Thursday.
Oh, who knows? Time is an illusion. Thank you for refusing your daily statement. Your daily statement. To clarify your statement, anyone who knows me or has followed me for the last few years know I would never belittle Comicsgate customers or supporters. If you must know, though, I was referring to those internet blood sport shows where the chat is full of people spurging out, and not Liam's show in particular. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Peter. We know that's why I believe Jack started with a simple request on that show. It looked, brother. I can't personally vouch for Jack's intentions as I am not him, but I do not believe he intended it with malice. Maybe some advice that wasn't worded as well as it could be.
Who's
People
he
are
talking
on
about?
I don't know, someone called Jack. The mysterious Jack.
Who are
Is he
you,
cooking?
Jack?
Is it
What's
Jack
going on,
Straw?
Jack?
Is Blues Clues. Chat. Is it Jack Straw that he's talking about? Is that where the next lead is? People are on the edge. Words are said and misconstrued. It's all good, man. Have a good one, brother. Look, I think he's doing okay here. This is being respectful. He's not saying go fuck your mother. He's not like, telling people to he's not shitting all over GR people, He says, how, brother? Do you as well?
Don't go eat a bag of pre-fucked dicks.
Pre-fucked dicks, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. This is my show. It's like, hey, do you want to? Here, I said, we're on the lookout for guests for tonight's Live with Liam too. Oh, back in the halcyon days of the second stream. I go back. Take us back. I know Dick in Comics has been having some great. That's Cecil, having on Twitter, and I'd love to get him on to hash it out. Please submit further requests or suggestions. I mean that, guys. If there's anything going on that's sort of a big moment of like fans sort of schism in the Twitters with you guys, like if there's a bunch of of I guess drama that you guys want to talk about, let me know. We'll talk about it. That's what we're doing here. And then I want everyone to be very quiet and producing books and having fun. I don't want them to be raging at one another. Okay. Not a fan of these shows to be. Oh yeah, this is what we saw here. It is. It's Jack Straw. It is. It's Jack Straw, the one and only. Here he is. He says, "I'd appreciate if you didn't insinuate Comicsgate customers as spurgs." Bring me Jack Straw. Where is Jack Straw? Is he in the chat right now? Do we have Jack Straw here? Is he online?
Who's Jack Straw?
He's the guy that's in the argument. We can go straight to the source. He's a war campaigner. He's a fan. He does memes.
Okay.
He does memes. Time is an illusion. There we go. So Jack Straw, yeah. Is he in the chat? Does he exist? Is he sleeping? No. So we're gonna have to continue.
We're still no closer to know what Peter Gilmore did to distress everyone.
I think. Yeah. Well, I guess it's this. He says, "I'm not a show of these fans. They just seem to stir up trouble."
No. This was afterwards. This was after the refunding.
Yeah, that's true. So I hope they didn't refund because of us, but there has to be something else. But he says, I'd appreciate if you didn't insinuate that the Comicsgate customers are Spurgs. He says, I didn't. He says, you did. He said, no, I didn't. And then we see this play out. Is there anything further? Nope. No. What's going on here? What's Papa Mayfield got to say?
Who is Pepper Mayfield? Pepper Mayfield.
He's a redheaded stepchild, so inherently a victim of abuse. Someone that we should be sympathetic with. Because he has red hair, and all gingers are worthy of our trust immediately, without question. And he's a WWG, 1 WGA, whatever that is. That's a. Wait a minute. No idea what that is. And he seems to be a political actor. He's talking politics here. He's retweeting things. So it's I don't see much to do with Comicsgate. So maybe he's just a guy that is sort of. No, I don't know. He seems to be very interested in politics. Here we go. Here's some comic stuff. Thor actor Teresa Thompson doesn't want to work with a bunch of white people and a bunch of men. Well, maybe she shouldn't have gone into a career where she succeeds based on how much cock she can suck. So, I want the OGs of So I mean, there's not much about Comicsgate here, There is not much here.
Okay, so he's not related to this in any way, really.
He just seems to be like an average dude. He doesn't seem to have much to really do with Comicsgate either. But here he is, defending Pete.
But do you want to go back and have a look at Mandy's tweet? Is there any reaction to her tweet that would make you're sharing?
People are yelling about dating. Yelling about debating.
Yelling about debating. What do you mean?
Yeah. Up here, Black Bastard says, "Hell, brother, I will only debate if I have you in a chokehold. Now agree with me."
Yeah.
And then he says, "I'll debate you all, motherfucker." Here we go. They want to fight, Sometimes these aren't about fights. Sometimes these aren't about who's right or wrong. It's about trying to figure out what's going on and figuring out why they are the way they are. Okay, people saying some spicy stuff.
So do you think? All right. So let's just. I saw that. Did you see? Did you see the comic? You know what that's from?
No fucking idea, man. But it's fucked up.
Cecil had a his Dirtworm Doug book. His like little side book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got one of those riding a train with Dirtworm Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what that's from. But it's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. All right, so let's say we don't know why people have been yelling at Peter. So let's just assume that it's something to do with the campaign, because they've mentioned that there are refunds.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I misunderstood. One of the refunds were experienced due to Corona. So due to difficulties regarding the real life virus financials because of work related stuff, I imagine they needed to refund Peter to get money to continue to get by. I mean, it's hard times for everyone. We need to consider that too, Comicsgate. We need to remember that it might be all fun and games in here in the Thunderdome, but there are people that, they're struggling. They're not able to go to work, and the average Australian household only has 2 weeks worth of savings set aside. So let that be a, reality sink in, so maybe some of these refunds aren't really as tactical as we initially thought. Maybe they're just people in desperate times having to pull their money back,
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that's the case. But I don't know why you would be saying that it was due to Peter Gilmore.
Well, it was on Peter Gilmore's project. They weren't saying that it was because of his. They said it was.
No, Mandy
they
was
wanted-
saying that her book,
Oh.
What the Wizard, was refunded because of something that Peter had said.
Well, I guess I can bring Mandy on. Hold on. Let me reach out to Mandy. I don't know the time there, but we'll give it a shot. I'll use my wizard powers to see if I can bring her in. Fill the air for me, brother.
Well, I'm pretty disappointed that we've reached 1,000 subscribers and we still don't have any sex bots in the chat.
Don't bring
Because
in sex
we
bots,
were-
man. You're gonna
we
have
were-
them everywhere.
We were promised sex bots from show 1. We had people pretending to be sex bots, but we had no real sex bots. So that's all I got to say about that. What's the movie that had sex bots in it?
I mean, there's an entire genre of pornography. I'm sure that would count as. But I don't know
what's the
what
famous
movie.
one?
I
Barbarella.
don't know. Barbarella had sex bots. Maybe.
Yeah, they did. They were great.
1 minute. Not sex box. Oh no! What have I done?
Sex box.
That was a very, very unhappy Google image search.
What are you doing?
I'm searching around for sex bots from Barbarella while I wait for Mandy to respond.
Oh, jeez. I didn't mean for you to go down that road.
We're here. So when you Google sex bots, and Barbarella, this is what you see.
Put your safe search on, dude. You're gonna get the stream taken down.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, I didn't think about that. Right,
yeah,
right, yeah, no, okay. You're actually, that is very logical and sane. I didn't actually realize there would be actual porn.
Yes. So you're very lucky that there was none on that page.
I was like, look, there's a Futurama thing. I like Futurama. And then my eye drifts over to the left as you're talking to me, and there's this bent over doll, and I'm like, I'm glad that it's face forward, because that could have got us in trouble. But look, we're stream 7, and we haven't killed Comicsgate. The internet's not down. We're still going.
You can just show the covers to Mandy Summers' streams if you want to have a look at some of that.
You've brought them on. You've turned our audience. You've turned our audience into sex bots. Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute,
Yeah, no, it may have been that people were just upset with his tweet, with what they thought that he was calling. This may be a big misunderstanding. It's a pity that Peter wouldn't just come on and talk it through. Probably would be solved in 2 minutes. Because from looking at it, it just looks like a bunch of people were upset that, he sort of implied that CG were the people in my chats are Spurgs, and he was like, I didn't mean it that way, and that, but I mean, there could be more. There could be more.
The Mandy question. What's the Mandy question, Mr. Dongs?
Yeah, we don't know the Mandy question. What's the Mandy question? Is it like 42 or what? What is the Mandy question?
So, thinking about refunds.
Yeah, refunds.
I mean, this is obviously a tool that the consumer has, and it's obviously a tool that we got to let consumers have, and we have to understand when we're making our campaigns that they will use it. Now, what sort of responsibility do we have as creators or people in the industry to let backers know everything about a campaign, or you know, if we know that something is dodgy, if we know that something is a bit strange with another person's campaign, what duty do we have to inform their backers about what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty big question that I've been wrestling with in my mind over the last few days.
Run it by me one more time, because I got it on my front brain, but I need it on my back brain too.
All right. So, as creators and as CG creators, we are in this this movement, right?
Yeah.
So, if we find out or we know that another creator is doing something dodgy,
Mm-hmm.
at what point are we required to, I guess, address that dodginess? Or I don't like using the word expose, because it's like, if you know about it, then everyone knows about it, sort of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
at what point do we have to reveal that information to the backers of that person's campaign if they refuse to do it?
Oh, well, I would say immediately. I honestly believe that we need to be practicing integrity. I think if people are doing dirty things and they're screwing their backers over, they're stealing from our customers too. Let's talk about trust. Okay? Let's talk about trust. This is real talk. I'm not going to be doing a bit. This is unrelated to Mitch. Just to sort of make that clear, this is a different topic. Comicsgate is built on trust, right? You're trusting us to provide you with the books. You're trusting us to be different to the social justice warrior creators. You're trusting us to try and be better than the Mark Wades and the Donny Cates. You know, you don't want us to be milking you or using you like pay pigs or cash cows. You know, like that's not what you want. And you have faith in us that we're not going to be doing that, just like you have faith in us that we're not going to be using your email addresses or personal contact to look you up on LinkedIn or seek you out on social media. You know, we're just going to interact with you purely for the campaign that you have involved yourself with, that you've involved yourself in. In fact, that is in the terms of service of Indiegogo. To use any of that collected data in any other capacity is actually a violation of their terms of service and is a federal crime, at least within Australia. I don't know about America. Now, when that trust is broken, that customer is very likely not going to, if they have a sour experience with crowdfunding one book, they are far less likely to follow through with another. So there's the argument that, oh, then we should all keep it hush hush and minimize the damage, which is, I would say, a school of thought that is ruled by fear. Or we could say, we stand on integrity. We're not going to do that. And if we know that other people are going to do dirty, we're going to step forward and we're going to make them accountable and they're going to do right by you guys. And being a company that is built on that kind of integrity is important, because without the customers, without Comicsgate, this doesn't work. So don't do schemes and scams would be my hint, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't want to be on our show, don't do schemes and scams. If you don't want to get talked about, if you want to do all your shady little backroom deals and shake hands, you be extra super secret about it, or just don't do it. Play fair.
Because I mean, it also brings up the other question, doesn't it? If you know something is dodgy, and then their campaign goes out of, you know, it goes into fulfillment period, so people can't get their refunds. And then that information comes out, and people find out that you knew about it before the campaign ended. You're going to be tarred with the same brush of, you know, keeping that information from their backers, who will
Exactly.
probably be some of your backers as well.
In fact, I would be very surprised if there were campaigns that did not have crossover. In fact, I would say there would be, backers, because this is not an absolutely huge fan base. It's pretty big, but it's not absolutely huge. So it's nearly guaranteed that someone who's backed your campaign is backed another. Someone's backed someone else's campaign. It's probably backed yours. At least one person, and that one person's the difference between thousands of dollars and $25. You know, so is that a dice you want to roll? No, you got to be honest. You got to be fair, and you got to do it right.
I guess because we come to a same situation that we saw in DC with the what was his name? The border town guy, Esquivel, where people said everyone knew that he was doing dodgy stuff in his personal life, which was going to impact other creators, but no one said anything.
There's probably not going to be any here tonight, Panboy. We're just talking and chilling, and we close up the stream in 20 minutes. We're just wrapping up this topic now. Sorry.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We got one more detective hat to put on before we finish this.
Yep. Okay. Bear with us. You're saying?
Yeah. So that's all I've really got to say about that. I mean, is Peter Gilmore the actual artist for Wart the Wizard?
I do not know. I know that Mandy did a bit of herself, but I know that he has done work with her, and he is close with her, and he does appear with her as a co-host on her shows. That's as much as I know that I can speak with on authority.
Right. Okay. I mean, because she gets quite a lot of people on her show, like John Malin, and John Malin goes on there quite regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So, the book, is the book a kid's book? That's the other thing I wanted to ask.
Yes, it is. It is a children's book. It started out as Wart the Wizard began as a story that she would tell her daughter. I want to say her daughter, and evolved into what it is today, similar to Harry Potter. That's my understanding.
Right, because it's not quite advertised as like a children's book, is it?
Well, I thought it was. Let's have a look. No, don't want the sex bots. There, that's what I want. Wart the Wizard. Okay, let's bring up the link, and we'll have a look at her campaign. We'll have a look at Wart the Wizard. Here we go. An adventure is only a moment away. Welcome to the realm of Brightmoor. The mystical land is home to the hopeful, venue for vile and hideaway for the hilarious. Venue for the vile. Oh yeah, sorry, my sense beat was off. Sorry. Among the trials that legendary characters face, you'll see the world through the eyes of a beloved yet foolish Wart the Wizard as he endures challenges he's not yet prepared for. 90 pages of full color epic adventure. I mean, I would think that it's a children's book, but I guess she is selling like little kiss cards with a kiss on them. That's kind of like, but I mean, that's her YouTube persona. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think it's a kid's book. I think it's safe to say you look at this. This is the book for children. Pencils, Inks, and Colors by Peter Gilmore. There we go.
That's for cover A. That's not for the internals.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the where's just the standard book, because that'll. 1 minute. Here's a ash can. Doesn't actually say who did the art there. Swagged here. An epic adventure. Cover by Peter Gilmore. Doesn't say who the art is. I think the art is Mandy. I believe she is the one drawing it. Here we go. So here we go. Okay. You have never experienced a tale like this before. Wart the Wizard is the ultimate interactive adventure that has never existed until now. You'll begin the adventure into Brightmoor by being introduced to the main character, Wart, as he gathers what items he has home He has at his home and places them into his inventory to pursue the average day. His average day is a level 1 wizard. Wait,
Okay.
what?
Apparently the
Yeah.
art is Mandy, and if you scroll down, it says it isn't a children's book.
That's a little mixed. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Is Wart the Wizard a children's book? Yes and no. Wart the Wizard is a fun, adventure-filled tale that is age-appropriate for everyone. It was written with adults and parents in mind, so that they choose to read it to their family or children. They would have something in comic book format age-appropriate for everyone, so that it may help young readers develop the same love for comics that we have. Adults will enjoy Wart's quirkiness, quirkiness, personality, and frequency. So it's a children's book that's written that you're not going to like fucking want to drown yourself in a puddle of piss after you finish reading it. When your kid asks you to read it like 100 times. I think that's what she's doing. But I would say it's a children's book. I think like if you really look at it, this looks like something that's for kids. It's a little funny, a little silly.
So if you're marketing I'd really like to have Mandy on here to ask her these questions. If you're marketing a children's book, a children's property, you've got to be very careful about how you market yourself as well as a creator, don't you? No?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I've got something interesting that we can talk about. And it's not this.
Oh. Shut me down.
Sorry, brother. Hold that thought. Preston Poulter trademarks Comicsgate. This just in. Back in August-September of 2018, Vox Day, writer, editor, and video game designer, blogger, and alt-right activist, stated he was going to launch a comic book imprint called Comicsgate. Comic creator Ethan Van Sciver, who has become associated with the hashtag, stated that Day no longer had the right to the name, and that as Ethan then ran a YouTube show called Comicsgate Live, that he had the rights to make what sort of sentence structure? He had the right to make a comic book imprint called Comicsgate rather than Day. Who wrote? Rich Johnson? All right.
Seriously, he has got to be. I don't think he's dyslexic, but I have asked him multiple times to fix up his articles.
Yeah.
And all he ever says is, "Oh yeah, I've got to write a lot each day." It's like, Jesus Christ, you don't have to write this much. You could just fucking. Anyway, keep going.
However, within days of this conversation, Antonio J. Malpica, I don't know, of Floridan comic publisher Scorn Comics, who was then fundraising his comic book Detective Dead. Oh, whoa. So did they just dox Critias? Is that Critias's name? That's got to be Critias. I've only ever known him as Critias. Was his identity known previous? Public? Before I go on, chat, just yes or no, was his information out there, or did they just out him now?
They say they know his name.
Yeah, all right, sorry. So he actually applied to register for Comicsgate as a publishing trademark. In discussion with the US government, lawyers acting for Antonio stated that Comicsgate appearing in the trademark means or signifies or is a term of art for the unity between customers and creators that have been ostracized in the comic book industry due to their political beliefs and or expressing their desires to read apolitical storytelling in comics for people of color, creed, nationality, gender, identity, and from all walks of life in the relevant trade or industry, or used in connection with the goods, services, collective membership organization listed in the application. Without opposition, the trademark was provisionally granted. However, in March 2020, this trademark application was marked by the US government as abandoned because no statement of use or extension request timely filed or notice of allowance was issued. All right. We should have seen this coming. We should have been on top of this. You should have known this was going to fucking happen. Antonio did not show them that he was using this trademark, was going to use the trademark or ask for the extension. But now someone else appears to have stepped up to register a very similar trademark. And this time, CG only would be very good to be copyrighted. I'm sure it is already. But now someone else appears to have stepped up. Comicsgate for the field of comics book. This registration is made by Common Sense Press in DBA Pocket Jack. Oh my God, Pocket Jacks. It is. It's Preston Poulter. Dallas, Texas is the writer who created self-public works of critical voice of Comicsgate with YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Which means he may have the case to register the word as a trademark. Oh, you fuckbag. All right. Bleeding Cool discovered this information independently and contacted Poulter for comment this morning. He told Bleeding Cool, I like to fuck my friends. Okay, I registered Comicsgate, one word, as I publish comic books. It won't be hard to book that. Sorry, I'm just a bit. I registered Comicsgate, one word, as I published comic books. It won't be that hard. Why can I not read? What the fuck is going on?
This sentence doesn't make sense. It says, it won't be hard to a book that uses the trademark. What the fuck is that sentence?
Which no one else has done to date. I will establish a criteria over who can use the trademark that will forbid engagement in online harassment, doxing of customers, or failure to fulfill in a timely fashion. Is there anyone willing to challenge him on that? You see this latest video, wow, you fucking... And
what's the date on the article?
Yeah, it's a good question. April 22nd, it's like today, today.
Yeah.
Because we're ahead of them. You fucking piece of garbage.
Well, we're going to have to get EVS on here, and we're going to have to... make a legal case against Preston.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way. So, yeah, that's just going to have to happen. We're going to have to get a war chest organized, and we're going to have to take him to court. Because that is bullshit.
Let's take his $5,000 a month from his fucking trust fund too. When we're
That's
winning.
right. Let's see how deep his parents' pockets want to go with his fucking Comicsgate.
This is fucked. Ethan, are you in the chat right now, brother? Ethan Van Skyver, are you watching us right now? Do you want to come in, Ethan? I'm gonna send. I don't want to send the link if he's not.
No,
watching.
send him the link because he might be like just drawing.
Yeah. All right. This is fucking. I'm glad. Thank you, whoever sent me this. It was. I won't say who it was. We protect our sources, but thank you for informing us of this. This is pretty much the biggest news of the fucking week. Right?
Why does Mr. CPU keep saying Comicsgate Live now? What does that mean?
Because it might mean that they're already doing it over on Ethan's channel. Maybe they're, and if that's the case, we'll wrap up here because we're at about time. Let's have a look.
I haven't received a notification.
I don't see it either. I'll send the link through the EVS. So here we go.
Why are the chat's going crazy? I can't understand what's going on.
Yeah, of course the chat's going fucking crazy. This is bullshit, man. This is fucking bullshit. Okay, so yeah, the EVS is probably sleeping. This is yeah, Pan. Pan, do you want to come on and talk about this? Actually, Pan, you're someone who
Ro has been harassing us to come on.
Oh, all right.
If Ro comes on, I'll go to the toilet.
All right, I'll send this through. We'll
that's what I do. Every time Ro comes on, I've got to go to the toilet for some reason.
Sure.
He affects my bladder.
Well, you get on that, and I'll get.
No, I'll wait for him. He's like the sound of water dripping. That's what-
Why do I've got to go through so many messages? 1 minute. To find I messaged him just yesterday, and my whole inbox is full.
Ouch! I am the toilet. That's terrible.
Why can I not find the game?
This is the Rose show. How embarrassing! Now, come on.
Well, I'm only bringing Ro on because he's present. I would bring Pan on too.
No, he also threatened our stream.
How did he threaten our stream?
He said he would take our stream down if we didn't bring him on.
Oh, well, that makes me not want to bring him on. Hold on. I can't find these messages. Ro. I'm going to message your bro bragging because I can't find your other account, Ro. I don't know if it's been banned or what's going on with it, brother. Let's find out what's the fuck's going on. This is not good news, Comicsgate.
He says you're uninformed. He says you're an uninformed ginger. But you know, every time you insult a ginger, just remember that deep down inside, it's a African American person trying to get out.
Yeah, every time you insult a ginger, a baby dies. So, no, dude, look here. I do know it. I searched for it in the thing. I typed it in. I typed in Gaylord. Nothing came up in my messages. It just went blank. I was like, okay, so I had to go looking for you on the Twitter and I couldn't find it. So that's what's going on. I don't know. Are you sure that your account is still active? I sent you one on. No, I did. I sent you to the right one. Sorry, I did. You've got it. Sorry.
No, Ethan doesn't need to. Ethan doesn't need to take up Comicsgate Presents because we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Reborn. Yeah. No, Comicsgate Presents will live on, and it'll live on through this show because it means that fans can interact directly with the people that we're going to be promoting.
Oh, I forgot there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah, no, Ro, you've got it in your DMs. Hey, Tug, brother, did you know that they've fucking copyrighted, that fucking Poulter's I can't talk. Comic Jack has copyrighted Comicsgate apparently, but apparently I'm uninformed. Ro's going to come in and tell me that I'm an idiot, and that we shouldn't believe Bleeding Cool because Bleeding Cool's fucking stupid. I'll send a message to Pan too because Pan's always really grounded and he knows what's going on, and I can just find him by typing in Pan.
We'll bring Tug on later if he wants to, but I want to chat about something before we bring him on.
Yeah, sure. There's the link, Pan, for you too, brother. I
know EVS has already trademarked Comicsgate. However, this looks like it's Comicsgate Comics, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, we did see that JDA had Comicsgate Comics on the front of his Robotoad bullshit. So I don't know if that's connected to this in any capacity. But I sent you a link as well, Pan, just so you're aware, brother. You've got it as well. Yeah, Ethan has been using it for his stream for years. It will be easily taken back, but we have to take it back. You know, we're probably going to have to build a war chest and we're going to have to fight this son of a bitch. We're going to take all of his trust. We're going to take all your trust fund money away. We're going to take all your trust fund money away. We're going to make your mom and dad very, very, very upset with you.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the reasons why Disney is so, and DC and Marvel as well, are so serious about any copyright or trademark infringement, is that you need to show to the court that you are continually interested in the property. So if you let something go and someone comes along and takes the copyright and trademark or whatever and starts using it, it will revert to them if you don't defend it actively.
Yeah.
What's going on with Dro?
I don't know. He's not coming. I've sent it to Pan too, and I don't know if the link's broke. What it says sent, but it's not coming up like it normally does. It's like a direct link in. It's just like a address.
I'll try to send it to him.
Yeah, you try doing it. I don't know what's going on. I'll send it to him. But this will be the third time I've sent it to Roro. Normally it comes up as this thing where you can see the duck head, and then underneath it like this little tab that says StreamYard browser, but it's not doing it. It's just going just as a direct link.
Yeah.
Oh, Pan is here. Pan.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for having me. How you guys doing?
I'm pretty distressed. We're gonna have to fight a legal battle for the voice of the people.
Yeah. What are the details on this? So it looks like Critias gave up the trademark to Pocket Pussy.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
I don't know if he gave it up to Pocket Pussy. By the looks of it, from going over it as we did, it looks like rather he did not renew it and he let it lapse. And when he let it lapse,
right,
Pocket Pussy came in and seized it.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. This is what is being told to Bleeding Cool. I don't know if it is verified or if this is just a scare piece.
Okay. Is it Comicsgate all one word or is it two words? Comicsgate. How is it set up there?
It looks like it's Comicsgate one word, but he's saying that it is specifically for comics. So they're going to
actually, the details are a little more interesting than that. It says that when Antonio applied _ comics for ownership of it, he only applied to register Comicsgate, 2 words. There's a space between it.
Oops.
That lapsed, and then Preston Poulter has taken Comicsgate 1 word.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Shit, of course I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't know even where to start, but I'll tell you what, Pocket Pussy isn't Comicsgate.
No, exactly. That's definitely. And if the thing that caught my attention, brother, was actually instead of just looking at Mowgli, let's go back to the news report, the report here. The thing that caught my attention was down here. His in his threat, where is it? He saw. This is the point that we get to. His motive says, "I will be able to establish criteria over who can use the trademark that will forbid engaging in online harassment." In other words, so what's he say? He'll get to say who can say that they're Comicsgate, and he'll get to control their behavior. He'll get to determine. Yeah.
Pocket Pussy. Wait a minute. When did Pocket Pussy start telling jokes? This guy's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. This is fucking bullshit. And he's probably sitting there laughing, thinking that this is the best thing.
I'm sitting here laughing. Good one, Pocket Pussy. That's pretty funny, you dumbass.
Hey, man.
The thing about Pocket Pussy is
he's
a huge coward. This guy thinks he's so smart, but really he's just a chicken shit.
Hail my brother, hail my brother, hail.
Hey, so do you know something that... You know something we don't, Ro?
First things first. Pull up Vestige on Indiegogo. I want to show you something cool.
Sure. Hold on.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah. Manasek says, Rose totally not gay and didn't try to drown me. Hell, brother. Hell, Manasek.
Never happened.
Yeah. And he writes, Rose such a nice guy. Pull it up, man. I don't see it on the fucking thing.
Yeah, because I'm typing at things. Do I need audio on it, or is it just standard share screen?
No, just standard share screen.
I think Ro's he's gonna make people buy Vestige right now. It's like buy Vestige or else.
All right, take a look at it. All right, number 1. Okay, you got the page opened up, right?
Yep. Can you see it?
I can see it perfectly. Yeah, man. All right, do a Control F. Control F for go fuck yourself, you peasants.
Am I gonna look for the word Comicsgate?
You got it, brother.
Nice.
Keep going.
Cover. Yep. There's 4 times. One,
Press F3
two,
again.
F3.
Keep going. Next.
Oh, all right.
Next.
Yep.
Next.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, that.
You ever heard of prior art? Number 1. Number 2, you uninformed peasants. The trademark filing is for Comics Space Gate.
But wait, we just went over that. It looks like Pocket Pussy has got something for the actual one-word Comicsgate. Is that
all right? Next, go back right to the top of the page.
Sure thing. Yep.
What does that say at the top? The
Message
dollar
code.
amount. The dollar amount, brother.
Yeah, it's 140,437
In American, brother. This is America. In America.
I would have to. I'm in upside down money, man. I can only tell you in dollary dues. I'd have to change the whole thing over in
What do you mean the whole
settings.
thing over, huh?
It's
Well,
roughly...
I'd have to go into settings to change it to see.
We're at 89K, motherfucker.
Oh,
89,000.
Now click on updates. Click on updates right now. Press updates.
boom.
Congratulations to Gat and all the people that worked on
Yes.
Vestige.
Congratulations to me. What does that say next?
Well, we are making history in your bank account. So
Hail, brother.
Hail, brother.
Look at those fucking pictures. Click, man. Go scroll down a bit lower. Right? Look inside of the book. Open that. Zoom in on those images. Open the image in a new tab. Right click.
Oh,
there you go. Come on, you can do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
but then
nice
I have
looking
to
book.
but then I have to go over to the then I have to you're really testing my shitty screen skills. So I've got to share it again over here in another tab.
It's keeping you sharp.
And do it one at a time, yeah. It's kind of like boom.
Show my campaign on your stream. Sell my book.
I don't know if I can sell your book. And again,
Look at that. Look at zoom in.
Who doesn't want to buy that, you peasants?
Zoom in.
I thought it had already gone to print.
Buy it or else.
Look at that shit. Oh yeah, right there in the corner. See that little?
Hasn't it already gone to print?
See, of course it's gotten a fucking print. We're shipping this shit out, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Gone to print? Motherfuckers will be getting this in their
Where are
mailbox.
you selling it?
I'll
Mailbox.
probably have mine this week.
Yeah, exactly, man. Everybody's gonna be getting it.
Where are people going to buy it?
What the fuck are you on about, bro? Look at that shit. Look how beautiful it is. Tell me how beautiful that is.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic.
Now go inside
That's
the
all
page. The other image,
Yep.
right up inside the book. Open that other page up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give me just a minute. Oh wait, I
There
just
we
dragged
go.
it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, awesome.
it. Look at that.
I'm
Zoom in,
wearing
that.
baby. Zoom into the
that.
page. That is my brown hand holding the book open. Look at that. That's my floor.
Oh, you have it yourself. Awesome, dude. Congratulations.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, man. What do you think of that shit, huh? How you like that?
Yeah, that's
Go to the other page now.
Yeah. Oh, the other page. Yep. Sorry, retarded.
Yep, no problem. No, it's okay. I'm used to it, brother. I know you are.
Yeah.
But what am
Yeah,
I?
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that. Look at that. That's my brown hand.
Who's that?
Buy my book, my brethren in the chat.
Who's the dude
Make
with the cool
history in
gold
his
hat?
bank account.
Yep. Make history in my bank account. Hell, brothers. Fucking beautiful, huh? Look at that, man. I am so proud. Quality is king in Comicsgate. And we got to focus on
You
that.
know, Ro, can I tell you
Mm-hmm.
that you're not going to sell any issues of Vestige 2 if you don't shut up.
Everybody
What?
here, listen, if you've already bought Vestige, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Buy another copy, one to keep, one to store, and one to read. Repeat it, Liam. Say what I just said, Liam.
Buy Vestige. Support Gat Hanzo as a creator. I think that it's a good book. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure that other people will as well. You know,
Repeat what I said, brother.
I can't. I've got a head injury. I can't.
You got to say.
I said buy one
Buy
Buy
one
one.
to keep.
to keep,
Buy one to keep.
buy one to read.
Buy one
We
to
thought-
buy one to
Wait,
read.
wait. Are we talking about Xenotype?
Well,
Buy one
You
to
hear what
keep.
I'm saying? And
I'm
moderators in the
buying
chat,
two Xenotypes.
I want to see those Vestige links in the chat, motherfuckers.
Moderators,
Hell, my brother.
make sure you put in lots of
Awesome.
Xenotype.
You need to be
So-
helping.
What it's about. We got 158 people here. I mean, Liam, look, I hate to break it to you, brother, but they're here for me. You know what I'm saying? No offense at all. The minute, if you go 3 days without having the war campaign on your stream, I mean, it's over. It's not we're not going to do anything. I'm not saying we're going to do anything. I'm just saying that nobody's going to care anymore.
The channel will just fade away. It'll just fade away.
No,
Exactly.
I'm gonna argue that I was doing this my way for a long time. I'm happy to keep doing it, even if I don't get the big numbers. It's not about that. Right now, we're meant to be talking about what's going on with this copyright thing. That's what I really want to talk about.
But we're shilling Vestige.
That's fair enough, and you should definitely check out Vestige. It is a good book, and I do appreciate what Warcampaign's done. But
right now, the chat is saying that. Hold on a second, brother. Hold on a second. I know it's your show, right? But I'm here right now, and I'm saying something. I'm saying that right now in the chat, people are saying, "Holy shit, Ro is so great." Listen to this. Llama FO says Mr. CPU. Hail Vestige says the Fuzz. If you believe that Vestige is the top book in Comicsgate, then I want to see you press 1. Hail the chat. Hail my brethren.
Man, they really love Vestige.
If you think that we should kick Ro and Pan, click 2 in the chat.
Don't click 2.
Oh, hail the chat. Oh, thank you so much. I see a lot of ones. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. God, it fills me with joy, man.
Hail.
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm going to tell you something about Pocket Pussy. Do you think Pocket Pussy actually has any control? This dude is so lost, man. Just watch whatever he puts out there. The guy's got no information.
Yeah.
What effect can he change?
He's a liar.
Even if you do own, listen, hold on a second. Even if you do own the copyright, right? The trademark, are you going to go out there and you're going to sue every person using this hashtag? Think about it for a second. Think about it logically.
No, I don't think that he's going to. I don't think that he's gone after hashtag.
He can put a trademark claim. He can put a trademark claim on Ethan's channel.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying here? Prior art, brother. Prior use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what will come out in the court case. But what we're saying is,
you get what I'm saying here, dude? And Liam, you got to be careful when you say you're going out. Listen, I heard a little bit of before. You said, this is just a little bit of advice. Be careful when you say stuff like, we're going to take your money. Right, what you're saying, because that can actually be construed as a threat. And I think you should probably retract that statement just for your own safety, brother.
Yeah, well, I do. I retract it. I apologize. I didn't know. I just felt in the moment I guess I felt that Comicsgate's something that belongs to the people, and I felt that it was...
I'm just saying that I don't want to see you get attacked legally.
No,
you hear what I'm saying here?
Yeah, definitely. And, you know...
Okay, I'm looking out for you. Like, look, I know sometimes I'm tough, but I'm just looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that can be construed as a threat.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
When I say this is my channel, I'm speaking metaphorically. Do you understand? It's different.
Yeah.
Because
in Australia, we've got different rules. We just fight. We fight it out.
You get what I'm saying here? Because it's what I said, it's different. The double standard that I have is what men aspire to. Hail, brother.
See, and you earn that. You earn the ability to get away with double standards through the status that you earn.
Hail, brother. How did I earn this how did I earn this? You tell me, Ben. I mean, just tell me how good I am, brother.
You said it yesterday. It was gay op after gay op, you know, game respects game. We learned from the best. Hail, Tug, you know.
Hail, brother.
So, you know, we learned how to do them gay ops, and look at us now.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, tell me, Oz. I want to hear from you, man. What do you think can be the outcome of this kind of trademark? You tell me. What do you see in the future? Let's hear it.
I see him waving his piece of paper around saying that anyone who uses the term Comicsgate is going to get a letter with
I'll send you a letter myself, a handwritten note that says.
No, I'm just telling you that's what he's going to do, and
you know
whether or not he manages to get an injunction on anyone is, you know, who knows.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He'll file the paperwork, you know, even though he pretty much damn well knows that it's frivolous and nothing's going to happen. He'll still file that paperwork. We know that Preston does that.
The outcome is PP continues to fail in everything he does, says Trev M808 Hell Brother.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Some dudes are destined for failure in life. You allow them to fail. You watch them fail, and you lull while they fail.
He can't even write a good lesbian book, for God's sake.
Well, guys, I think we're going to close out. We're at the 2-hour mark. I've got work to do. So, I mean, it seems like this is a big nothing burger, I would say, at this point. Then,
But Liam, I
Just-
wanted to do our final detective for the night.
what's our final detective for the night, buddy?
It's that person who was doing illegal
Hold on a second.
stuff.
Raptor Jesus just wrote tug equals simp.
Tug's a simp?
That's what it says in the chat, man.
Tug is many things, but I don't know if he's a simp.
I don't think he's a simp.
No.
I think he's a cuck, but not a simp.
Oh,
No,
wait a
we
minute.
shouldn't. We shouldn't be talking about people that are.
Hey, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm fucking my chair. Ah.
Save it for D-Live, brother. Save it for
Cuck
D-Live.
is a cuck. Cuck is not a simp. He's a cuck,
Thanks for coming
motherfucker. Get
on,
it right,
Ro.
motherfucker.
Thanks
for
for coming on, Pan.
coming on,
Hey, Hail, brothers.
Thanks.
We really
Hey,
appreciate
Take care,
coming
bro.
on.
having us.
Thanks for
Check out
coming. You're always
Warcampaign.
right.
Pan.
You're right.
Peace.
Let's take care. Let's take.
guys.
Peace.
Cheers, mate. All right.
So, what's the last thing we're
Right.
going to do before we're going to get out of here? Because we're already 30 minutes over.
Time
Hatcher
doesn't
screaming
matter.
to get Tug.
Only life. No, not Tug can't come on yet.
Yeah,
I
I'm so
wanna-
busy.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, we've got to leave our fans with at least something tonight because we
Yeah, all
haven't
right.
given them anything tonight, really, have we?
Okay.
We're
Okay.
giving
Yep.
them nothing. All right, so
Mhm.
we'll do our final investigation. We won't roll the clip this time because they're probably bored of that. And we're going to have a look. I've given Tug 3 days to reveal his information if he wanted to do it on his stream, but let's do it now. Let's have a look
Do
at Tug's vague post about his enemies being criminals
Oh, right. Yeah.
and see what
Oh.
that is.
Sure. And actually, I can. Let me just real quick. If you've got it, can you send me the link to it or whatever? So that.
You know, I've sent you every link tonight
I know.
from
I know.
me. I sent you all these links the other night.
Yeah, I didn't look at them though. I was working. Let's have a look here. Where's Clam? There we go. Scrolling up. Looking for what's going on. That's the thing about Mandy. Was it before that? After that? We already looked at that. I don't know, man.
I'm just going to go on Tug's channel
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do.
because he
we
doesn't
go.
tweet too much.
Yeah. So scrolling down, looking for. No. Sorry, guys. Looking. Vinny. Yeah, I saw that too. He was talking about someone being a criminal. Pedophiles are everywhere in the entertainment industry. That's unfortunately true. He's a story on how awesome Peter is. He's a picture of awesome stuff. Maybe he does tweet a lot.
Where is it?
While you search for his things, I'm gonna go through our history and see if I can find the fucking thing. Sorry, chat. We're retarded. Teresa wrong. Don't need that. Gosh. Sorry, guys. This is tedious.
Tug,
Dead
you
air.
tweet too much.
Yeah, we thought you didn't tweet a lot, Tug. Thought we didn't tweet a lot. Hold on. I sent him the link too because it was easier to send him a link than to find this other thing. So is he in the waiting room by any chance? No, he's not. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Did you find it?
April 21.
Yep. Dump it in as a DM. Like send it to me so I can just hit it straight up and I'll share it out.
All right.
Gosh, I literally have shit I need to do. I've got to start production on Xenotype 2, dude.
We gotta give the audience something before we go.
Yeah, that's fair call. Audience first. Share screen, and we'll go to here. That Umbrella guy. That's what we want. And Tug is actually here to join us right now. Welcome, Tug. How you doing, brother?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good.
Here we go. We've got a tweet
We're
from
going to
you.
analyze your vague tweet.
And because you've got that sultry voice, can you read your tweet to us, Tug? Can you read what's on the screen?
I had
Hello?
an echo for a second. I had to stop for a second. I had an echo.
It's all good. So can you read that to us?
Can I read that? Yeah. You ever have one of those aha moments when you find out that someone that's been coming at Comicsgate relentlessly making accusations about criminal activity and conspiracy is themselves steeped in criminal activity? Because I just did. Let me put it out there this way. Let me just say this, because Tug doesn't dox. But you know,
don't tell him who it is just yet. We have to go through the evidence first.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So
evidence first. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'll give you everything you need to know to find them.
well, why we got to play detective? Well, I guess that's
Why? Because you know
fun, isn't it?
the thing is that I am not going to put their information out there, but you can find it yourself. It's pretty easy.
Tug, you just put this tweet out there. So
I know it's
wonders who it
appetizing.
is.
Man, we got all those bored people out there. All those people locked up at home that have been infighting and stuff. Here
we
you
have
go.
so many. You're tarring all our enemies with the one brush, and everyone's wondering who it is.
Yeah, well, and it makes them afraid because you know all of them. They never know what you found. That's the beauty of this shit too. By the way, do not worry about trademark so much because trademark falls under prior use. You can contest the trademark itself. When we don't think that he would be in any way successful in fighting a trademark claim. When you put it up, when you put the trademark in, you can contest him having a trademark by showing prior use. The vestige campaign alone shows Comicsgate repeatedly used in theirs for comic books. So they can show prior use by themselves. I mean, just on comic books. And you could find plenty of instances with marketing and on. You could definitely contest his trademark. You know, and even if he got it, you know, again, I'm sure mom and dad, I'm sure they want to spend $5,000 a month fucking just fighting around with random people on the internet.
Yeah. I'm just concerned that he's going to be using this as a weapon to control speech on YouTube, you know?
Well, no, see, you have to file the trademark for a specific item and he has to file it. What I'm understanding, I have to read the way it is. I learned this through error, actually. I didn't learn this through knowledge. I learned it through error. You have to file for a specific thing. See, everything that I use, like that umbrella guy or something, it has prior use for, so it doesn't matter. I could defend it. But I decided to file. Well, I messed up in my filing. You have to pick one item or you have to file for each one. Okay, like Comicsgate, I can show prior use. I can show it right here, actually. I can show prior use for iPhone cases, coffee mugs, throw pillows, travel mugs. How do I know? Because I did it myself. Because I was like, haha, I know somebody will try to stick it on something. So I threw a Comicsgate brand on a bunch of shit. But I already know that there's prior use on the comic itself. They could possibly do, I don't know if anybody's done a stuffed animal. Maybe you could do that. But, you know, like I said, I can show everything from an iPhone case to an art board print to it literally says Comicsgate on it. So,
well, explain to us what happened with you and the Ren copyright issue.
Oh, that's a troll, man. See, what that is I can utilize it, but when I filed it too broadly. So I just put it out there. It costs about $300 to put together one, and there's an opening. There's actually a use because there is no use established for certain things out there. I can go in and I can establish use, or I can just let it die. You know, now I put the thing together for $300. I had fun with it. I don't know. I probably made $1,200 in super chats and fucking off. And I got all this attention that was really, you know, funny. Again, it was fun shit. That's why you can't worry about the Preston thing. He's doing the same thing, trying to do it. The reason I did that is because she threatened, God, I can't remember his name. The guy, it's just slipping my, I'd have to look his name up. The guy who makes all the little Renfa mouse, the the little angry toy box. He makes all these little Renfamize, and she threatened to go after him legally. So I thought it would be funny to just slap a trademark on that name, because it's not used. It's not used in comic books at all. It actually has not ever been used as a comic thing. But like I said, I don't want it. That's the. I mean, why would I want it? And it's. I actually thought it would be funny to. I kept threatening to. What I was threatening to do is use it as a comic book, but make it right-leaning comic books. So. I just thought it was funny, but it was all, I mean, like I said, who cares about it really? But the Comicsgate thing, it's very much established. What I learned through all of that, though, through the trial and error, he can only file for one item unless he wants to spend for every other item. And he has to be able to fight off prior usage claims. And I mean, we have plenty of prior, like I said, Vestige alone. Vestige has a Comicsgate written into the description of it. How many damn times? So
4 times, yeah.
Yeah.
4 times. So yeah, he's got no grounds on it. I'm not worried. Now when they said, "Oh, look at this," and all, we went through, and I was like, "Oh, that's a load of my mind." And I reacted. I sort of knee jerk. That's something I have to be aware of going forward as well. But this was a big deal to me. I was just like, it's like if it was something smaller, but just kind of, it was something that threatened all of Comicsgate. So I was like, no, this is like literally the last sort of bastion for speech from that the customer has, and I don't want someone else to be able to take it away. And I thought all attempts for them to take it away were frail and bullshit. But then, here's a news article saying like, oh, not just they may, it's that he does.
Can you share my screen for a second?
Yeah, of course. Sorry,
all
I didn't see that you're.
Tell me when you're sharing.
Oh wow!
So see, these are all Comicsgate. See, I knew somebody pulled this dumb shit one day. So here's prior use. This is prior use. I have socks.
My Comicsgate socks. I want Comicsgate socks tug. I do.
Yeah, this is establishing prior use. That's exactly what I did. I established prior use. I don't know. I keep thinking there might be a stuffed animal. If not, I mean, I will relent a stuffed animal, if really it's somebody. But, and I don't care that everybody and their mama can use that. I would never enforce prior use on somebody. It's because somebody will try to lock us out on it. So that's exactly what it is. It's prior use establishment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I put it on everything. I put it on phone case. It's just, you can do that. It's like an all-in-one stop shop for Redbubble will allow you to slap it on every fucking item in its mama. So, but yeah, anyway, okay. So the people who keep
all right. So let's talk. All right, let's talk about your vague tweet. All right. Okay. So it's Vicky, right?
I'm not going to say who.
It's Vicky of Vickyverse.
I'm not saying who.
All right, so
I'm not going to say.
Okay, so
you don't say who.
Right,
so apparently it's Vicky.
So no, you're not going to say who.
Right.
But how about you give us maybe a why or a how? Is that all right?
Let me say it this way. If you take profile pictures and you reverse image search and you start going through places like Instagram and Facebook, you can find some of these people who love talking about criminal activity for other people. And
so, for instance, if Vicky had a dog as her icon and that was her dog, and you reversed image searched and it came up with a dog walker with her name, that's how you would probably go about that if you were to do that.
If there was a guy out there that had an umbrella face and was a real person, and yes, you went back and you found a real dude with an umbrella face that matched up, then there are plenty of tools out there. I mean, I found the guy who tried to mail shit to me before, for example, I found him through reverse image search. I found all kinds
what sort of criminal activity would these theoretical people think are a point of something to brag about? What sort of things would they brag about that would be illegal?
I don't know. What would they? I mean, you see what these people talk about. Again, if I say that, I will just hone in right on the person. I'm being vague. I'm going to let other people find that. And
well, actually, this question is actually pretty valid because you have insinuated that they're involved with an illegal activity.
I'm saying that they have a record. That's what I'm saying.
Do they have a record?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So, Liam, obviously what I was told was wrong then.
Well,
Yeah.
now you're gonna have to be in more detail.
Well, I
'Cause
don't
now
want to
I
say
don't
the
know.
wrong thing
Yeah.
now.
No, I don't want to say the wrong thing either. I don't know if
No,
there's
no,
been
you
communication.
should be right before you accuse someone of having criminal activity.
Yeah.
When you look up anybody, see, people enjoyed looking me up when I was doxxed, and they ditched my financials, and they love sharing them around, which is fine. Like I said, I've talked about it. We had bankruptcy. My dad got sick with cancer. Yeah, we had bankruptcy there. You know, people have real lives, but I don't have a criminal record or anything like that. But people who talk about people who talk about other people, the whole thing about glass houses, you probably shouldn't throw stones. So,
All right. So from what you're saying, it sounds like maybe I was wrong, because this is the information that I was told, and that was that this Vicky person of Vickyverse, she was sharing a screenshot with someone on her stream, and it had her actual name on the C drive.
that sounds fascinating.
That sounds fascinating.
It
And then
does.
that was looked up, and that was found that she was a dog walker, and there weren't very many people with her name. And then they found that business, and that was her dog that was as part of that business.
That's a fascinating. That is a fascinating story.
Okay. But then I was told that the illegal activity you're talking about is something that her son had done, not herself.
That's fascinating too. I don't know. I would never confirm nor deny anything. I don't know. If people are bored, they can. If people are bored, everything's out there, man. It's easy to find. Like I said.
Why would you need to
everybody's
confirm or
bored.
deny?
Everybody's been fighting. Why don't you go find it? It's very simple. I'm not saying I found it either. I'm not actually implying that I found stuff either. I'm not saying that I went and found something and said, "Ooh, aha." I'm saying that somebody may have shown me something amazing, and they showed me every piece to it. And yeah, they showed me how to
That's what
found
your
it.
tweet specifically alleges, though.
What,
the
that I
tweet
found it?
you've put out alleges that you have the information.
Yeah.
And that,
I definitely have.
been involved
I definitely have this information. I definitely have.
Yeah, so it's not an accusation. It's like, it's not I don't know whether this is true. It's like, you've got this evidence of it.
No, I'm not. I'm
you're
not saying
gonna
that.
say.
I'm not saying that I found it. I don't want to take credit for being, super internet sleuth or anything. I'm saying that it's very simple to find things. I have found other people, and maybe I found this person. I'm not going to say I did or didn't, but I don't want to take credit for it.
People look up things. If someone's going to share their,
people again,
they're going to see.
People have Facebooks, they have Instagram. I don't understand people that get into doxing and other craziness. I mean, some of these people have their jobs online. I mean, it's amazing what you find about some of the biggest critics of Comicsgate. Many of them have plenty of things out there. They will do nasty shit to people in a heartbeat, and they themselves have all this stuff out there too. They have their family members utilize stuff online, and the reason I bring that up is because they're more than willing to go out and fuck with people's family members and stuff, but they themselves have that stuff out there too. It's just like I said, I never understood these people.
But what's the point of putting out a tweet like yours without actually revealing who it is and what they've done?
To make them sweat, because maybe I will reveal it.
But you wouldn't want that to be done to you, surely.
What? Someone to make me sweat if I were a criminal and I was fucking accusing someone else of criminal activity?
If you had done something dodgy, or like
sure,
in this case,
it
looks like.
It's kind of like a warning. Hey, it's kind of like hey, motherfucker, if you're going to point the finger at other people and say that they're involved in X, Y, or Z, maybe you better have a clean record yourself, And the funny thing is that we have found over time, if you look at Gamergate, for example, we found out over time, if you were to make just a vague statement like that, you knew about one person, there's probably 9 other ones that fits with too. So... I like the idea. I like the idea that you could make people squirm with just vague shit like that too. Because a lot of them A lot of these people are weird and crazy.
Yeah, but most of comics is weird and crazy. I mean, it could be the same thing for you. Like someone could say something vague about you,
Mhm.
and you know, and
They
then
don't say vague
you've got to
things about
think.
me. They say that I'm an international criminal and that I'm a predator and everything else according to Comic Hut, which is not right. I don't have a record at all, but I do have bankruptcy on my file. You know, they don't make vague statements about me. They make statements about me that are about 95% incorrect. You know, they got my credentials wrong. They got my job wrong. They got all kinds of stuff wrong. And you don't correct them on that too. Like I said, vague stuff like that, it'll be interesting. What's also interesting is when people start looking, they may find out that 3 or 4 of these people fit that criteria, and that'll be even more fun. But yeah, I like the idea of making them sweat. I actually do. Because, you know, I mean, these people, all they do is sit around all day, every day, attacking fucking people. And it's ridiculous, man. I mean, you're talking about us. We talk about the mainstream. We talk about what? And they go after tiny pros out there. They go after people that are consumers. They go after people with platforms without. I mean, fuck these people. I have no respect for them. I hope every one of them squirms.
Yeah, well, see, I have a little bit of a different take in that I think if you've got the information and it's relevant to a person's either business or their assumed moral ground, then you should put that information out there into the sunlight.
I'm not going to
because it's not. It's not about doxing. It's like,
but it is about doxing. See, okay, here's a problem with that. Liam, as a platformer, you may lose your YouTube over doxing somebody. That would be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because the platform can decide you're the bad guy in that. So, and again, was it public information that was always out there? Oh, you could argue that too. Like I said, people can go look for it. They can find it. It was easy to find. Yeah. So, does it really? Is any of this relevant? Like, is anything really besides the fact that we make comic books and we go after the mainstream? You brought up a Vickyverse. Who the fuck cares about Vickyverse in the large scheme of things? Like, who cares? You know, or Preston Poulter. Who fucking cares? Like, these people.
Well, I would argue that Vickyverse doesn't really matter. Like, not being mean to her or anything like that, but like she's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. But I would say that Preston is another creator within the comic book community, and so I do think that he does merit attention.
I can piss on a piece of paper and call myself a creator. That doesn't make me a fucking creator. I mean, the guy is a pissed off failure that has done everything in his power to basically get back at EVS and anyone that has supported him because he could not get platform. At the end of the day, that's all it is. People talking about him gave him relevance. They led people to his channel. They gave him more relevance. They argue with him. They give him more relevance than he has. He's nobody. The guy is an absolute nobody. You know, he doesn't matter. We make him matter.
Well, you know? Yeah,
we made Infamous matter. I mean, let's be real about this. All of these people outside the mainstream, all of these people, you know, and I take responsibility in some of these people too. I help make them matter, you know. But when you think about like a Van Sciver putting them on blast, yes, he may shame them, may utterly demolish them, but people find out who they are that way. And, you know, they have no shame. They don't give a fuck. So we've made them matter, you know. Otherwise, like I said, who would they be? Without a response from us, who are they? They throw out insinuations. Like you give them power when you respond to them, you know.
But isn't this exactly what you're doing though? You're just putting out stuff about these people that don't matter.
Vagary? No, but there's no name on it. That's what I'm saying, man.
But the name is irrelevant because it's like if you go have a look at it, you can find it. But then what are we talking about exactly? Are we talking about stuff that she's done that's illegal that affects her channel?
You put a she on it. You've assigned someone to it, so you know.
Yeah, because my understanding was that it was Vickyverse. I don't know if that's her real name. I'm just using her channel's name. It was Vickyverse, and the issue was her son had been involved in a car accident and had been sent to jail.
Nope.
But I don't understand how that affects someone being a criminal at all.
Then maybe you have your information wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, I've got the information wrong, and this is what happens when everyone wants to speculate. It's like
that's why you can do basic. Like I said, you can find out about anyone. You have all the tools to find out about anyone. You have the tools to find out about court cases. You have the tools to find out about everything if you're so inclined. Again, I don't know.
Yeah, I just would like the accusation to be very specific. Especially if it related to
that's your pride. You just want to you want to know. That's the thing. You want to know.
No, I can. Like as you said, everyone can know if they go out. But I
hope every one of them squirms at night. I hope there are 5 or 6 of them that meet that criteria, and I hope they squirm all night. Maybe I'm fucking with them. Maybe I'm trolling them because I'm an asshole. Maybe I'm just a dick like that, and maybe I'm trolling them all. But maybe like I said, I looked up somebody's profile and I reverse image search and I find them and like I said, well, I guess we'll find out.
So, yeah, exactly. Sprinter's car. Oz is a very lazy detective. That's right. Because I'm just exactly the same as all these people in the chat. I am absolutely no different. I have no real inside baseball knowledge of this stuff. I'm just telling you, we are doing this online. Live discovering this stuff. So that is what the general populace is. So when you put out a vague tweet, think about if someone did it with you. They said,
but see, it's not about me. See, it's not about anybody. That's the thing. It's not about anybody. There is no claim. People, like I said, they put out specific claims about me all the time, and many of them are false. I don't respond to 95% of them because why do you give a shit about them? But like I said, if I had a criminal background and all of this stuff, that would be, that'd be interesting, especially if I were attacking people because, I was saying that people are criminals and all.
All right. Well, let's just have a very quick, discussion about morality and how it pertains to the products you're creating.
Morality are we talking morality here?
Because
is this a moral talk?
Well, yeah, because it's like if you or someone that works with you does something really dodgy, and someone else finds out about it and they do a vague tweet, which basically you can see that vague tweet and know they're exactly that they're talking.
Let's say
about
if I found out Mark Wade was a pedophile, I would put it out there. Let's say that. Then you wouldn't be buying a Mark Wade book. Okay, that would be. I would consider that a civic duty to do. But if it's just some rando fucker out there, I don't consider it my civic duty to do that. And above all, I don't consider it immoral to troll people that, again, do some of the worst fucking things I've ever seen, or to make them sweat either. I don't see anything immoral in that. And I think it's actually pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your opinion on that.
Yeah. I mean, we troll people all the time, like all of us do. We troll people. Well, maybe not all of us do, but we all do it our own ways. Some people, again, if you want, like I said, if you want to get into I'm going to pull up people's criminal records and we're going to dump them online, then you're talking about a whole different ball game. You're talking about liability in that too. You're talking about some issues that may come up depending on where they live, depending on where you live, depending on the laws there. Again, there is no liability.
Why is it relevant? You need to explain to me why putting someone's criminal record online or insinuating that someone's got a criminal record
because okay, if I vaguely fucking say that, again, you've added a name to it, but if I vaguely say that somebody over there has a criminal record, yeah, all right. Well, how many of them are there? 200? Now if I say that X person over there, they have this, and even if I dump their stuff out there, am I going to spend the next year in freaking court fighting them because they say that I've been bullying, harassing them? See, I mean, there's There's a real world ramification for going out there and doing it. There's not a real world ramification for saying, hey, fucker, when you're doing this, you better back off, because you know what? People are going to find out who you are. And when they find out who you are, you're probably not going to like it. You know?
But is that just saying to people that disagree with you, I've got information on you that will hurt you, but isn't related in any way to the discussion or argument we're having?
Oh no, I think it's very relevant in the discussion we're having.
Right? Because I wouldn't want, say we have 30,000 fans. I wouldn't want, say if there's 3,000 of them that have had a criminal record, I wouldn't want it to look like Tug thinks that if you've got a criminal record, you're a piece of shit. And I can just say, if you've got a criminal record, don't you be saying anything bad about me.
No, see, that's not what that says, actually.
Well, it does really, because it's like you're saying this person's got a criminal record and they've been anti-CG.
If you're anti-CG and you're talking about people being criminal and you're saying that CG is criminal or certain actions are criminal and you yourself are a criminal or you have a criminal background, then you either need to own up to what you are, or you need to sweat it. You need to sweat the idea that if you're going to be out there, it's just like the same thing. These crazy, like in Gamergate, we would find out that people would scream, those people over there are sexual predators. How many of these people did we actually find out fit that criteria? How many of them sweat every time someone would say, oh my God, I found out another one of these people is a sexual predator? Like I said, yeah, they can sweat it. I have if you got caught smoking weed or whatever, I don't give a shit what you did, but if you're throwing freaking rocks at other people, saying that you have a problem with people or calling them criminals, like I said, you yourself better be spotless. You better be beyond it. That was
so obviously whatever it was isn't serious enough for you to get involved. So
I would say it's not serious enough to say that it's my onus is going after mainstream. I don't do videos or anything else going after independent pros unless they're hooked in the mainstream. I mean, you could make an argument about Max Visaggio, maybe I've gone after, but you can't. And then when we get into these little people, unless they directly come at me, every now and then I'll respond, but not very often. But like I said, I would just rather them sweat, and they do. I
was talking before to Liam about Esquivel and how when he came out, everyone said, "Oh yeah, we knew all about it, but we just didn't say anything." So is this one of these situations?
If it was a crime like that, if we're talking like a rapist or a pedophile, you should be able to look at like I've talked about my background working with victims and stuff. I find a rapist or a pedophile out there, I will burn your fucking life down, because I do not have any respect for you, and I hope everything burns down. So, and you can take that as the biggest threat in the world. But if I found one of them, I would have already burned them down. Because I have fucking pedophiles or rapists, and I bring up Eric Esquivel in there because he was hitting it up with young teen girls. Very young teen girls. I mean, that seems to be a common practice. Like I said, sexual predators and stuff, I have no compunction to not burn down. Even if they were irrelevant, I would still burn them down. I have no real control over that. They bring out the worst in me, and like societally. Like if I thought I could get away with it, I would say other things about what I would do to it, because again, I've helped pick up people's lives after dealing with those kind of people. So yeah, if it were something like that, yeah. But the stuff you were talking about there too, like if it were something even related to a person like that, if they had gone out and they had participated, they'd been part of, a criminal accidents or anything that you threw out there. If they were part of something like that, that would not be the same thing. That's not. And maybe they even cleaned up their background for it. Like I said, these people, they call us swindlers and cons and all kind of other shit. We're just trying to make, and they use it. They don't use this as an insult. Again, it's an offshoot of trying to deplatform and to basically fuck with us in ways that racist, sexist. They've learned more. Like if they can ever make that stick to you, you know, like I said, but they can also, like I say, you have to walk a careful line with stuff like Doxer too, because that stuff can deplatform you just as well as anyone else. Yeah, you know. But
All right.
anyway,
no worries. Well, thanks for coming on and
I just wanted to
giving
I
us
didn't
your
come on
opinion.
for that. I actually came on for the for
copyright
Preston
thing.
Poulter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Preston Poulter thing. It doesn't, like I said, you guys, you have the same reaction I would have maybe a year ago, something like that. But I messed around with a lot of trademark. Again, I learned a lot through fuck ups. You know, I'm not saying I learned a lot because I'm smart. Actually, I learned a lot because I didn't know anything on it. You know, but he's gonna have it'll be an interesting dance if he wants to dance with EVS for prior establishment. He could have only, like I said, he could have gone out and tried to claim 30 things, but it would cost him. He would have to file a trademark for every one of those. And the way that the Bleeding Cool article reads, he filed it for one specific thing. That's comic books. And like I said, prior use, I think, would be covered under that. But anyway. I haven't even looked at Cyberfrog or anything like that. I just looked at Vestige and I saw it had fucking 4 times it was listed on before you guys pulled it up. And then you pulled it up and showed, you know. But anyway, all right, that's enough. I'm out of here. Maybe you can be internet sleuths. I mean, like I said, if you guys want to find
if it's not you know, strictly relevant to anything they're producing.
Who's relevant? I mean, who in anti-Comicsgate is relevant? Like, you tell me that. Like,
well, this is the discussion that we've got to have that has to be ongoing, and it's like, what is relevant to the backers? What is relevant to the media? What is relevant to the general public? At what point does it become just salacious rumor that we're putting out there? And at what point do we say no? This information actually has to go to the backers.
See, I don't know how they even pertain to the backers. Period. I don't know.
Well,
like,
Vicky. No, to be fair, Vicky did an investigation into Ethan's coins and found they weren't what was supposed to be given to the backers, and they got refunded. So you can't just say that this person's not relevant to Comicsgate. She's very relevant. So, you know, I'm not interested in going in any sort of detective work if it's just going to be some kind of random rumor or, you know, drink driving ticket or whatever crap that is.
Well, with that person though, with that person, what would make them relevant? Again, like I don't consider anything they throw out, even salacious bullshit. I don't consider any of it relevant, because that means any jackass can go out there and say that, you know, like Liam's had crazy shit thrown his way. The people who threw it at him aren't relevant. Their claims, if they could be damaging, were relevant if he wants to talk about.
But Liam didn't have this platform. Now he's got this platform. So people say shit like that, we bring them on and we roast them.
I see, but you're going to find, like, if Liam gets a 50,000 person platform, then what you're going to do every time you bring somebody on, you're going to give them some kind of relevance just by paying attention to them. You're going to bring, they will use that name like people do with EVS all the time. They throw his name. If you throw his name on a video, 1,000 clicks, bam. You know, I threw his name on a video where I was talking about somebody getting booted off of Discord, which I thought was worth covering, but also his name brought 50,000 hits. So that relevance that it brings, again, that's
a different kind of relevance. I'm not really interested in the YouTube numbers game thing. I'm only interested in what our backers of the products are interested in.
People will say, hey, you know, you're a pedophile, you're a piece of shit, you're scum. How many things have been thrown at people because of that numbers game? Again, they will make claims. They will make salacious claims about people all the time because, again, after a while, I don't know where public figure exists, but I know that if a voice actor in anime can be considered a limited public figure, then people that, I don't know where your cutoff is on subs, but after a certain point, you get to be a public figure. You can barely defend your name unless you want to defend your name against, like I said, every jackass that comes up out there. And I don't know how that fits into comic books. Like I said, most of these people are meaningless. Most of them, unless if they're making claims, again, if you want to go out and you want to say the Vickyverse made claim X, who is Vickyverse? I'm going to look her up and I'm going to find her. Again, that's your prerogative. You can do that. And especially if they exist online. I'm sure that many of these people probably do have. A lot of people will have an Instagram or a Facebook or a blog posting or something, and they're easily found. I mean, many of the big anti-comic skaters from before, the more relevant ones, the SJWs out there. I try to make a distinct. I feel like they all have the same behavior, but we used to just call those SJWs. Many of the new ones they claimed Comicsgate. So I don't even know how you make the distinction. I mean, really, they're the same thing. But that group, they had more prowess, more power. They could get more shit done. And those people, a lot of them had a lot of stuff out there. And if that wasn't worth releasing, then I don't know why this. But yeah, I want them all to squirm. I hope every time I post some vague shit, I think after this discussion, I'm going to go post some other vague shit that may or may not be true.
Yeah, wrap the Jesus just to put another comment in. We're going to wrap it up before Liam falls asleep. But yeah, vote with your wallet. That is it. But it's not pretty simple, because how much information do you want to know about the people that
that you're backing?
Yeah, the person that you're backing before you give them money. And what happens if after the campaign closes, then you find out they've been doing dodgy shit, and you also find out that other campaign runners, other creators knew about that dodgy shit and didn't say anything. They then get tarred with that brush as well, because this stuff always comes out. There's no secret here.
There's also pressure about refunding. It's like you can't even find this stuff out and then refund, because there are people that will tell you that if you refund, that you're immoral. Like that's.
I think the only thing that's ever come up that was really, really relevant. I mean, you could again make arguments with Miller and stuff like that. I think the one really relevant thing that was stopped was the stuff about Dave Sim before he started writing a book. I thought that needed to come up. There was that information about him and a 14-year-old girl and all that shit. And, he was going to be attached to Cyberfrog. EVS found out about it. And he was like, dude, I don't want anything to do with that. And
you know what? That was a whole lot of anti-CG that brought all that shit to light. And if we didn't know about it, EVS would have been working with Dave Sim for 2 years.
No, actually, to be fair about that, it was one sentence that an anti-CGer pulled up, and that 3 CGers went and investigated fully. Like, it actually ended up being Edwin made contact with Dave Sim. I did background and some other stuff on Dave Sim, and someone else that never came to light. They did some stuff there. Now, Dave Sim actually answered about that stuff. So we found there were pictures in like some of this stuff never came up, but okay, in his Cerebus books there were pictures of the 14-year-old girl with him at a hotel room with her doing some weird shit. I mean, they're in his comic books. You can find them in the back there, but we didn't have to bring that stuff up, like because he actually wrote a letter to Edwin talking about it. But I mean, there was some fucked up stuff there.
It's not hidden. He's an open book. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
if there's a child predator or something out there, oh Lord, Now, again, the problem too is there are people that want to ruin every person out there, and they'll do some crazy shit too.
They'll lie.
Make sure that you're informed before you go off half-cocked and say that somebody is X, Y, or Z. Make sure you know who they are. But anyway, I'm just going to ramble all day. I know you guys are ending.
No, it's all good, brother. I'll catch you. Are you good to pop out? Anything you want to say before
hang
you go?
for just a second if you want to. But
we can hang around until we close the stream.
Yeah, well, that's sure. Well, I was planning on just closing up the stream now. We're almost
Okay.
at 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm falling asleep. I've got to go have a shower.
Yeah, just
and
shut
then
it out. Yeah,
shoot
just close
back
it.
up, and I've got to get to work because I'm
Yeah,
now
just close it out, man.
another 2 hours behind. All right. So this is what I'm going to say. Here's a bit of drama from me. Ro, I like you. I consider you a friend. When no one else listened to me, you listen to me. I like Warcampaign, and I like Vestige, and I think that Gad is a good writer with a promising future in front of him. I want the best for him. Pan has been a good friend to me. Pan has been a good dude to talk to me when he didn't have to. You know, Warcampaign's been very kind to me. It platformed me when no one else would. But there's been a couple of instances now where you've come on and you've attacked my integrity, and I've been sitting here stewing on it. And I'm not okay with it. You said that, you know, we need Warcampaign 3 days. There's nothing without Warcampaign. No Warcampaign for a week. There will be no Warcampaign for a week now. You guys have your own platform, everything like that. We don't need to get you on. You know, I stopped promoting Xenotype on here, man, because I felt that it was undermining my integrity, and I'm trying for this to be a service for the community. And it hurts me that you would act the way that you have and make the accusations that you have had repeatedly at me. And I'm putting my foot down. You know, that's enough. I've had enough. I consider you a friend. I respectfully say, this is it. No more disrespect, please. You know, if all of Warcampaign unsubscribes and I've got 3 people coming in here, that's fine. I'm not in this for the YouTube. I don't care. Okay.
I don't sleep on that for a minute, because don't take Rose seriously. I mean, he called me a cuck on here. No, but I mean,
yeah,
just
no, I don't care.
Like,
I'm probably just tired.
yeah,
I drank a whole thing of vodka earlier. I feel like shit, but you know, I'm not saying I'm not his friend or nothing. I just feel disrespected. And
he's fucking. I'm just saying, sleep on it because you're probably tired.
It's flexing. No, man, it's flexing. Okay, this is meant to be somewhere that anyone can sort of come on and have sort of integrity. And what's going to happen is everyone's going to think that this is a Warcampaign show, and we can't do anything without Warcampaign, and that Warcampaign's giving me orders. And it's going to undermine everything I'm trying to do here, which is something for everyone and to get to the truth of everything. Okay, and you know. You came on and you promoted Vestige and everything. Vestige was pushed and I let it happen. I was like, okay. And I'm doing what you say because I want to help out guys that I consider my friends. But it's being done in such a way that you're making it look like I'm your bitch. I'm not your fucking bitch. Right? I want to make that very fucking clear to everyone right now. The same way with Ethan. I've seen people saying, oh, Liam's up Ethan's ass. Liam's up everyone's ass. I'm up no one's ass. No one tells me what to do. No one gives me orders, okay? That is as it is. The decisions that I make are based on my judgment. It's not always the best judgment, but it's based on my judgment and me trying to make a better comic book industry. And that's the end of that. This is my show. This is Ozart's show. You know, if Warcampaign wants to do what we do better than us, you're better at it than me. If you want to go do it, man. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Just a bit of respect, please. Warcampaign will not be featured on the show all of next week. Sorry if that's an inconvenience to anyone. After that, I'll open it back up to everyone again. Thank you for people that came out. My name's Liam Gray. Like a number 2 pencil, I've always been a point. Stay true to yourselves.